You are now rocking with the hottest boxing podcast in the land with your host, Coach Malachi Williams.
True.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up, family? What's up, boy? Coach Malachi in the building, and we back. Y'all hold on 1 minute. Yeah, man. Had the wrong motherfucking hat on. Shit, I was supposed to have on my motherfucking Tampa Bay hat. You dig? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm back. It is what it is. I had the wrong hat on, man. I forgot I supposed to have my Tampa Bay hat on today. You know what I mean? We made it do what it do. You get what I'm saying? You know, we know how we getting down. Just had to make sure we Gucci. You get what I'm saying? Want to make sure y'all can hear me. Y'all let me know. Yeah, y'all should be able to hear me because I just heard myself on the TV. We good. Yeah, man. Let me trying to see what's up. What in the heezy? Hold on. Let me see what's up with my damn camera. Y'all bear with me one moment. Bear with me one moment, one more time. I think this camera is off. Hold on. Check my camera. Make sure it's off. All right, cool. Yeah, it's off. All right. Yeah, what it is. I'm back now. Shit, I just had to make sure. It was on. I know y'all can see me, but something going on with my Sony. It had went to sleep. I had it on for a long time. It had went to sleep. So it is what it is. But shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to Miss Connie. Shout out to Montre. GHB TV. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to Greg Hackett. Salute, fam. Shout out to Trey. Shout out to Eric Gomez in the building. Eric, what's going on, fam? Shout out to Naj. Shout out to Trey Hassan. What's going on? Greg Hackett in the building. Shout out to G5 from the Bronx. The Bronx is here. You get what I'm saying? Hey, check this out, bro. You know what I've been laughing at? Hey, this what I've been laughing at all day. There's levels to this. There's levels. Hey, bro. Every time I hear a mofo talk about levels, bro, like all of the norms, like all of the crazy shit we've been hearing for years, as I said before, and you know how we do it, these bullshit Superman stories, and you know, and I said time and time again, man, I'm like, man, you know what, man, everybody, you know, it's something that, you know, like where this shit come from? You get what I'm saying? Like I think it's certain things that we say as people, just in general, right? And it's like when you question that, then okay, where did this come from? Like who said this? Who came up with this? Like where did this come from? And then people sit back and think, okay, who is the originator of this particular saying, or that particular saying that people are known for saying over the years? Like okay, like there's weight classes for a reason and all that stuff there. You know, you hear that. The good big man always beat the good little man and all that stuff there where the little man is moving up. It's just a lot of shit that we be saying for years, people been saying for years, and you sit back and you look like, man, who said this? Where this shit came from? And especially when there's a lot of examples, of that theory being proven wrong time and time again. I'm not saying that the theory is always wrong, because it's not. You know, it goes both ways. But the way they say it, you know, the people who say it, whether it's experts or people who say they know boxing, I've been knowing boxing all my life, but you see them saying some of the craziest shit. You get what I'm saying? And then you expect the motherfucker who don't know boxing, you know, to say whatever. You know what I mean? It's opinionated at the end of the day. But a lot of people will lean more on the person who supposed to come from the game and been in it for years and all that stuff there. And some of them be saying, and listen, and some of them be saying some of the dumbest shit, bro. I heard Sean Porter say some crazy shit. Lennox Lewis and, Roy Jones. I mean, just people I looked up to, like people you know what I mean? And it's like, at the end of the day, it comes down to this. You know, at the end of the day, we just people and everybody just have an opinion. Because at the end of the day, that's really what it is. You know, we just people, they just have an opinion. Whether he's a former boxer, former basketball player, former football player, or whatever school of thought or field of expertise that person come from, at the end of the day, that person is still a person. And he still has an opinion. That's all it is. That's really all it is. Now, when you want to talk to that person about the X's and O's when it come to the game, or the X's and O's when it come to boxing, bam, yeah, that right there. That's what that's what they come in at right there, because they know the nuts and bolts and they can talk to you about certain things in that particular field because that's their job. That's their job, and and that's where they come from. It's like you're not going to talk to a dentist, about getting your carburetor fixed on your car. You're not going to talk to a cheerleader about coming up with war plans in order to invade another country. Very similar to what America does. You're not going to talk to a chef about how to build a house. You get what I'm saying? When it comes to cooking, you talk to the chef. When it comes to fixing a car, you talk to a mechanic. When it comes to getting your teeth cleaned or getting your teeth pulled or whatever you need done, or getting the cavity taken out or whatever, you talk to a dentist. You're not going to talk to a dentist about fixing your car. You're not going to talk to a mechanic about getting your tooth pulled. It just don't happen. But in boxing and other sports, a lot of times people take other people's stuff for gospel, and then some of the people that's in it, they say some crazy things, but at the end of the day, it's just an opinion. That's all it is. There's levels to this. There's levels to this. True. Whatever the hell that means, because I been hearing that a lot. I ain't gonna lie. I fuss with Edgar Berlanga. Y'all know I like the Puerto Rican assassin, Edgar Berlanga. I like the Puerto Rican assassin. Now, I don't like him for boxing. I don't. You know what I mean? He's an average boxer to me, but I like him for the goofy shit, the comedy. He is the Puerto Rican Agent Bro. But he don't be drinking and doing all that shit. Agent Bro, he don't dance like AB and stuff like that. I wouldn't say that, but I'm just saying he's the closest thing to the Port, the AB, because he's funny. He always saying some dumb shit. And I went back and looked at the interview with him and Hamza Shiraz, when he would tell us, Hamza Shiraz, I'm your Canelo. He said, you can hit my face, with a Mack truck. I swear to God, I promise on my kids, I swear on my kids that you're not going to knock me out. You're not going to knock me out. I'm going to knock you out. I'm going to knock you out. You get what I'm saying? I went 12 rounds with Canelo. 20,000 fans came out. They was booing me. And then when the fight was over with, those 20,000 people, even though I didn't get the result that I wanted, I didn't win, even in the loss, he said, but those 20,000 fans that booed me then became my fans after the fight. I went back and looked at that, bro. I went back and looked at that shit. I said, man, this dude, I said, this motherfucker right here, boy. Hey, man, Edgar Berlanga funny than a mug, bro. This dude, I say, man, this man, you know. I said, you know what? That got to be his wife. I think that's his wife gassing him up like that. I think his wife be gassing him up. That got to be it. I think it's his wife and probably Fat Joe in the terror squad. Pistol Pete, he got Pistol Pete. What you think, baby? What you think? He said, "Yeah, man. You know what I think. I was talking to Joey. I was talking to Crack the other day. Yeah, what he say? What he said about me? He said, man, you know what, man? You might be the second coming to Tito Trinidad for real. Word to mother. Word to mother. Word to my mother. Is that what he said? I'm telling you, yo." That's what he said, yo, but don't say nothing because he don't want me to tell you because he told me that if I tell you this, it'll get to your head and you'll go to fucking up. So no matter what, don't tell Joey Crack that I told you this because really that was in confidentiality. I promise you, Pistol Pete, I won't say nothing, yo. I appreciate that.
True.
Then listen. Then the motherfucker get out there. Then the motherfucker get out there now. Yeah, other Shiraz. Hey, we got to get some get back, dog. We got to get some get back. We're not going to let Harvey Shiraz come over here to New York and beat our dog, the Puerto Rican assassin like that. Shout out to Greg Hackett. What did he say? He said Canelo not a real 168. You say he not a real 168? Let me see. You say Canelo not a real 168. Shiraz is a real big man. Yeah. Shiraz, I think Shiraz like what, 6'3"? He about like 6'3", something like that. 6'2", about 6'3". Maybe taller than that. I don't know. He kind of tall, cause listen, you tall, cause I think the Puerto Rican assassin, I think he like 6'1". Yeah, Hamza Shiraz might be like 6'5". Yeah. Cause I met the Puerto Rican assassin. He tall, so if the Puerto Rican assassin looking up to Hamza Shiraz, yeah, Hamza Shiraz probably taller than it. Yeah, absolutely. And get what I'm saying? But anyway, check it out. Speaking of levels. So I'm on Instagram. Right? I'm on Instagram, and there's a video I think Devin the Dream Haney posted. The Dream. Y'all know I call him Debo Dev. Right? And everybody know Mr. Tuck Your Chain when you see me coming. Mr. That's my bite, punk. Mr. I got $200. Mr. You want some of this old man? Debo Dev. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Debo Dev. Mr. Debo Dev. You dig? So, I saw this video. I was like, oh, okay. Cause I'm excited about seeing that fight. That's the fight I'm excited to see. Brian Norman and Devin Haney. Devin the Dream Haney. You get what I'm saying? AKA better known as Debo Dev. Better known as Debo Dev. You get what I'm saying? So I rocks with, I like both of them. I like Devin Haney, I like Brian Norman. I told y'all who I'm picking, who I got in this. Again, I don't have a dog in the race. I don't, you get what I'm saying? I don't. However, two black fighters fighting each other. You got to pick one black fighter, right? Can't go wrong. Just two, you got Brian Norman and Devin Haney fighting each other. You got a choice between one black fighter versus another black fighter. Pick a black fighter, you can't go wrong.
True.
Pick the black guy. Pick the black guy. That's all you got to do. Pick the black guy. You dig? Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to G5. Hey, what to say, Greg? He say Berlanga let that Canelo shit get this head. Hey, look here, man. Hey, look here. Check this out. The Puerto Rican assassin parlayed that. See, Greg, this is what you don't understand, right? The Puerto Rican assassin parlayed that situation the way a true player was supposed to, a true player of his stature was supposed to parlay it. You get what I'm saying? Like he took it, he took the ball, he ran with it. He went 12 rounds with Canelo. Then on top of that, the mayor of New York gave him keys to the city. As you know, he's a black mayor. The brother gave him keys to the city. They was talking about building a statue in Brooklyn, to commemorate, Edgar Berlanga. But after he got knocked out by Hamza Shiraz, sources tell me that the mayor had a change of mind. He's had a second, having second thoughts. He said, look here, check this out, baby boy, Puerto Rican assassin. You know what I mean? Like you got knocked out. And if you would have slept this dude like you said you were gonna do, guess what? We had the people out there already. We don't paint it. We don't drew the picture what it's gonna look like. We had the sculpture team out there. We had a big block of rock. We were just gonna chisel. We was gonna chisel the rock all the way down to it looked like you, right? You see what I'm saying? But he lost. So he dropped the bag on that. Then Edgar Berlanga went to Puerto Rico. He paid a bunch of Puerto Ricans on dirt bikes to get behind him and ride behind him on dirt bikes. Am I following? Let me see. Am I following Edgar Berlanga on Instagram? Because this is my new Instagram account. So I gotta follow Edgar Berlanga. I gotta follow. You know what I'm listen, man. Probably one of my no, I'm not following on here. Probably one of my favorite Puerto Rican fighters next to Tito Trinidad. I got Tito D. Berlanga. Wilfred Benitez, nah. Rafael Gomez, nah. Hector Camacho, nah. Miguel Cotto, nah. You get what I'm saying? It's Tito Trinidad and then Edgar Berlanga right behind him.
True.
Yeah.
True.
You dig? It's Tito Berlanga. Yeah, y'all want to know? Y'all want to know why? I'm going to tell y'all why. There's levels to this. There's levels. Every time I hear a motherfucker say levels, that shit is the funniest shit. Hey, remember the girl, Canelo fan, Liza? Liza say, keep Canelo's name out of your fucking mouth, Terrence Crawford, because there's levels to this, and he's levels above you. Next thing I know, Canelo get his ass whooped. This ain't no shade. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no shade. I like Canelo. Like Canelo, a good fighter, man. I'm still a fan of Canelo. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know, some of his fans is crazy, but I tell you what, I was in Vegas. Listen. I got it on my phone right here. Let me show y'all this. These motherfuckers was quiet. We were leaving the business. We hadn't got in the car after we left. We hadn't got in the car, right? Yeah, we hadn't got in the car. Yeah, man, we hadn't got in the motherfucking car. Let me show y'all this video right here. Now you can hear a catfish piss on the water. I said, let me record some of this shit. Cause these motherfuckers, yeah, they are like somebody had done died. Man, that shit was crazy, bro. Yeah, that shit was crazy. Man, these motherfuckers, I ain't never left a fight. I ain't never left a fight. Well, but this goddamn bad. Oh my God, damn, these motherfuckers here, man. Let me see. These motherfuckers, I'm talking about my nigga. This shit is. Yeah, this gotta be it right here. This gotta be it right here. Is this it? No, that ain't it. I gotta show it because I want y'all to see it. I don't want nobody thinking I'm capping. Bro, I'm telling you, fam. Damn, it gotta be. Where that video at? Hold on. I'm trying to pull the video up. Y'all see this right here. Y'all see this. This one Migo. This one Migo had no through the goddamn Mexican flag. Now he had no denounce the entire La Raza. I said, nah, man, don't do that, man. Don't do that. That's Miss Black Panther holding that up. Yeah, I had no, you know what I mean? Y'all know I had no pick the flag up. Yeah, I wore that at the parade and shit. I had no representative for the Migos. I did that for them. Let me see this. Is it right here?
Y'all listen.
Quiet.
Y'all listen to how quiet it is. You can hear a catfish piss on the water.
Here it go right here. They walk across the street.
Look at them, boy. They mad. Boy, it's quiet. Look how quiet. Y'all, hold on. Y'all listen. Y'all listen to how quiet it is. You can hear a catfish piss on the water. They quiet.
You see how the black people are?
They quiet.
They're not talking.
They quiet.
Bro, it was quiet, bro.
They quiet. Oh, they quiet. Oh, they quiet. Oh, they quiet.
Yeah. Bro,
Look at them, boy. They mad, boy.
this when people leaving them, this as soon as the people leaving the stadium. Like, this is fresh. Nigga, we had on left, jumped in the car, and we were riding, got caught in traffic. It was so quiet. I caught this shit. It was so quiet. Bro, when I say you can hear a catfish piss underwater, I'm not making this up. Literally. What that is you hear? Think that's a catfish. What he doing? Sound like he pissing underwater.
True.
Yeah. I'm talking about, bro, that shit, 70,000 plus. So anyway, yeah. So you get what I'm saying? So yeah. So now we got Devin Haney, Devin the Dream Haney. I ran across this video. Devin the Dream Haney says there's levels to this, right? There's levels. You get what I'm saying? Devin the Dream. I'm really looking forward, bro. That's the fight I'm looking forward to. Brian Norman and Devin Haney, because that fight is going to answer a lot of questions. People say that Brian Norman, he's not ready for this, and Devin Haney is levels above him. You know what I mean? And as I said before, I call him Debo Dev. Now Bill Haney called him Debo Haney. That's what he posted on Instagram on Twitter. But I call him Debo Dev, right? Debo Dev. I met Dev. He's a nice guy a couple of times. And Devin Haney is a nice guy. He's a nice guy. Him and Shakur. I met both of them. Him and Shakur. Both of them are nice guys. I ain't got no beef with them. I can't whoop neither one of them anyway. But anyway, but that's neither here nor there. But the shit funny, right? So I met Debo Dev. I had this same shirt on, right? I had a white one on. Blame Bill Haney. I had a Blame Bill Haney shirt on. He was laughing and shit, right? When he saw it, he was laughing and shit. Yeah, we were laughing and shit, right? Yeah, man, Blame Bill Haney, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So, I'm starting to see like a few Devin Haney fans I'm starting to see jump out the window a little bit. They're saying, listen, Bill Haney is a visionary. And I got to share this with Brian Norman Sr. too. I got to call him. I probably should have called him during the show, but I think I'm going to do that. I got to call him because I'm going to tell you why. Because Bill Haney was the one that planted that seed in Terrence Crawford's head a little over 2 years ago. When he was trying to make the fight with Errol Spence and things fell apart. Because his people were trying to deal directly with Al Heyman. Now, trying to deal directly with Al Heyman is like a ghost, because you don't know what the nigga look like, you don't know what his voice sound like, and Al working through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 motherfuckers. You get what I'm saying? So he trying to, you work with this guy, and then next thing you know, you come back to the negotiating table. Now you're working with that guy. Then you come back to the negotiating table. Then you're working with another guy. So Al, Al is like a shell corporation. Like you just don't know who you're dealing with Al. And ain't nobody seen him since 1972. So anyway, so around that time, Dollar Bill had told Crawford, say, look here, baby boy, Canelo was your fight. He said, forget Devin, forget Errol Spence, Canelo your fight. He told him that back when he was at welterweight years ago. So this ain't nothing recent. And he said every time he kept seeing him, what he told Andre Ward, every time I kept seeing him, he kept saying Canelo. So Bill Haney is kind of like the boxing whisperer. You get what I'm saying? It's something about Dollar Bill, straight from deep East Oakland, that inspires. He breathes life into those who listen. And if you listen to the mad isms that Bill Haney is spitting, you too can accomplish great things and reach heavenly heights. True. Yeah. Shout out to I Never Miss. He said BFTB glazing the Haney so much. And you know what? I don't even listen to him, so I really don't know what BFTB doing. But I believe, yeah, he definitely, yeah, I believe it. I believe I do that. Cause you got some of these niggas got a national defense fund. Like again, some of these dudes have a national defense fund, to try to defend their fighter. And I understand that. I understand, you know what I mean? A lot of people feel like Bill Haney be paying people. I can tell you, Bill don't pay nobody, bro. He don't pay nobody. You don't have to pay a nigga who's already jumping out the window. Do you get what I'm saying? You don't have to pay a nigga who's jumping out the window. If a dude is voluntarily jumping out the window, volunteering his services, you don't have to pay them. So Bill don't have to pay nobody the cap. They gonna you get what I'm saying? Especially on that end when you're dealing with BL for anybody in the LDBC stuff like that. Nah, they just happy just to have access to them, stuff like that, and that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. They got access. They get access to Bill. He get to talk to him, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. So I get it. But you have to. But you have to have some level of objectivity. That's all I'm saying. You got to have a level of objectivity. That's all. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, how people roll is how people roll. I'm not me personally. I ain't tripping on it. I really don't give a damn myself. I just like making light of this shit. The shit funny. This shit funny because, you know, I like to laugh. Y'all know me. I like to laugh. And a lot of these niggas be too goddamn serious. They be getting mad. And I tell these dudes, fam, look, you can get mad all you want. And that's fine. I ain't got no problem with that. But just because your fighter can, because it be the old niggas too, these old crescent niggas. I call them old crescents. I call them old crescents, right? You know, but listen, but hold on. What I told the dude, I say, look, man, just because your favorite fighter can fight, don't mean you can fight, fam. Don't be talking shit to people. Don't be talking shit to people. Talking about, yeah, nigga. All right. You don't listen. We don't have a digital shootout online. Okay. You send me several gun emojis, demon face emojis, and you're sending me messages in all caps. All right, cool. So I get all that, right? Okay, fam. This what I do know. All right, fam. You gotta stop getting tough with people online, right? I'm gonna tell you why. Cause you ain't gonna do none of the shit you say you're gonna do in the chat. That's one. You know, in the comment section. That's one. Two, you probably ain't even gonna be at the fight. You know, bro. Let's see. Just this year alone, I'd have been to Vegas 3 times, LA twice, Detroit, Atlanta, Houston, Utah of all places, Utah. Damn. I think I don't been about probably like 7 or 8 cities this year. But I want to say about 7. I want to say about 7. Probably about 7. I'm not including inter-travel within the state of Florida. I'm not even including that. That's excluding that. And as I said, listen, these trips, like y'all don't understand, like a lot of these content creators, man, like, you know, they spending their own money. These trips cost money, bro. You talking about, like me, I fly Delta. Omaha. I forgot about Omaha. Yeah, Omaha. I fly Delta. So, you know, I flew Spirit one time. I said, I'd never fly that shit again. I would never in life fly Spirit again. I fly Delta. I got freaking flyer miles and everything on my Delta. But I tried Spirit. Man, fuck Spirit. Man, Spirit. But I had my worst experience with Spirit, dog. Spirit is Southwest. But Southwest because it was a storm. It was kind of like, it was a storm in Miami, and I was trying to get from Miami back to Tampa, and it was a storm. But anyways, that Spirit shit, I ain't never fucking with that shit. True. Yeah, I ain't never. Delta's a little bit more expensive. You get what I'm saying? But that's what I'm accustomed to flying. You know, so yeah, so you spending that, then you got to get your hotel. That's more money. You're gonna spend about $1,500 to $2,000. I'm saying me. You know what I mean? You're gonna spend about $1,500 to $2,000. Damn near. Almost that. Cause it depends, what you staying there, I'm gonna be there about 3-4 days. So the hotel gonna be bam, bam, bam. So, the hotel, that's gonna eat a good chunk of your money up. The flight gonna be about $600-700, somewhere up in there. You get what I'm saying? And then you get to the hotel, they gonna hit you with a incidentals fee just in case. Okay, look, man, we're on an incidentals department, incidental hold. So we gonna the room may cost $600, but we gonna hold back another. We gonna charge you $850 or $800. If you're in Vegas, I think they're gonna hit you about anywhere from a $200 to $250 incidental fee. So somewhere up in there, somewhere around there, right? If you're at the MGM or whichever one you're at, if you're at the Mandalay or whatever. I like the Mandalay myself. The Luxor Hotel, I don't like the Luxor. Luxor trash. I stayed there. I don't like it. I ain't staying there no more. But like the Luxor the W, and the Mandalay Bay, they're all connected together. So if you ever been to the Mandalay Bay, and they got a shopping mall in there and stuff, and the food court and stuff, like if you ever been to the Mandalay Bay or the Luxor or the W, if you look, you'll see all of them is connected together. So yeah, so you spinning that, right? So I just find it hard to believe that a nigga you're gonna do all this, fly all over way over here to see somebody and do what again? You do know that you can get smoked right there in your city. Like there's a lot of crime in your city that it's some dudes that's willing to give you all the smoke that you want. You can get that right in your neighborhood. You do know that, right? So you're going to ignore all of them that you can get the smoke from and fly all the way across the country somewhere to do what? Oh, okay, yeah. True. Man, this shit's so funny, dog. Like, bro, you can't help but laugh at this shit. I'm at the barbershop, Foster's Barbershop. I meet a brother today. He's from here, from this city. And he sent me an inbox. And the man literally sent me an inbox this morning. And I saw him at Foster's Barbershop this morning. Like a few hours later. Came to the barbershop. Right down West Sample where I'm at, you know what I mean? And yeah, he just came in there, man. You know, we met for the first time and we were just talking. A lot of people in my city listen to my podcast now. Like this year, a lot of people in this city listen to my podcast now. You know what I mean? So they know I'm gonna be live at 3:00 East Coast time. It is what it is, you know. I am Mr. Consistent, if that. And so yeah, he was like, man, we were just talking this shit. Like, yeah, man, we need to link up and do this and do that. He was trying to, and I know, he was trying. He want to start something for the kids, like to get the kids off the street and stuff like that. And that's what he want to do, get the kids off the street and stuff like that. And, you know, get them to put the guns down and try to put together. I'm like, man, you know, you need, you know, it's a whole. He got a whole lot of work he need to do though. You know, got a whole lot of work he need to do. But anyway, let's get into the show. Now, Devin Haney explains why he's levels above Brian Norman Jr. There's levels to this, right? Levels. In a recent Instagram post, I'm going to play it. I will play it. Devin the Dream Haney. Now, this is a snippet also from when they had the press conference. Y'all remember they had the press conference? There was probably about a month and a half ago, something of that sort. And a few people who I talked to, they saying this. They saying, yeah, man, you know, some of the, but these are some of the same people who said that Crawford would get beat by Canelo because, you know, Canelo's just too big for him, and you know, and when a good little man faces a good big man, the big man always wins. Some of them are the same people who saying this, right? So you got to take that with a grain of salt. So you got to take that shit with a grain of salt. Hey, so they say, yo, man, you know, Devin Debo Dev is what I call him, Debo Dev. Mr. Tuck your chain in when you see me coming. Tuck your chain in. You get what I'm saying? In a recent Instagram post, Devin Haney explained why he's levels above Brian Norman Jr. My experiences, now this is what he say, my experience inside of the ring would be too much for Brian Norman to overcome. You know what I mean? I am the best of the best. I don't care how much power that you have or how many muscles you have. He said Brian got a lot of muscles. He did say that. He said that earlier this year, right? Said he got a lot of muscles. You know, but I'm going to show him that I'm levels above him. Hey, there you go. I keep hearing levels. You get what I'm saying? There's levels to this. There's levels. I can't tell you that shit. I think about Edgar Berlanga. You know, he told, hey, Edgar Berlanga told Hamza Shiraz that there's levels to this. There's levels. Look, you listen. I'm your Canelo. This nigga talk about every time I hear niggas say levels from this point forward. If it's two things I hear somebody say, if I hear you going to talk about the great big man, little man versus the great big man always win, and that's what all of them boxing experts say. The niggas who got his boxing expert wrong. I was like, who these niggas be wrong so much? The boxing experts be wrong a lot. Can't listen to them. Anyways, if I hear that, because we just saw somebody just dispel that myth, and the way he broke it down to me was like, oh, okay, I get it. And then the levels, you know, there's levels to this. Nigga Debo say, and listen, check this out. I told, listen, Listen, I told who that was I told? Oh yeah, I told Brian Norman. Check this out. I told y'all about when we was in Vegas, right? It was me, Brian Norman, Bernard Hackett, Jaleel Hackett father, and Coach Kenny. And I was telling them how many levels that Devin Haney is above Brian Norman. I say, look, man, B. Norman right there. I'm telling you, listen, the true story, they right there. He can confirm this. I said, yeah, man, because he was trained by Mike McCallum. Debo Dale was trained. When I called him Debo Dale, they looked at me funny. Debo Dale. I said, yeah, nigga, Debo Dale. You know what I said? I say Debo Dale. I say he trained with Mike McCallum. I say he trained with Yoel and Zab Judah. You know Zab Judah, his godfather. He's the godson of Zab, right? That's two Hall of Famers right there. Mike McCallum, R.I.P. to him, and Zab. I say he trained with Sugar Shane Mosley, so he got a little bit of sugar in him. That's three Hall of Famers. And he trained with Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Sr. You get what I'm saying? So, that's four Hall of Famers. So he got the training of four Hall of Famers, right? He got that. Then you got to look at who he fought. He's fought Jorge Linares, Jose Ramirez, Jojo Diaz, 75-year-old Gamboa. He was 75, but he fought him. Let's see, because it's when you fight him. It also matters, right? It ain't just a name. It's like, you can say I beat Roberto Duran, but if Roberto Duran was 75 years old when I beat him, like, does that count? Does that really count for something? But that's neither here nor there. But he beat George Cambosos. Killer, I called him Killer Cam. I called him Killer Cam to hype it up, try to hype it up. You know what I mean? He went to the land of kangaroos and he beat doggone George Cambosos in front of the kangaroos and the koala bears. Whooped him, right? Twice. He whooped him twice. Then let's see, who else he beat? He beat the Rougarou, Regis Prograde. A fight that I was like, man, I don't know about that one, man. Because Devin Haney's first fight, he's fighting Regis Prograde, and Regis Prograde, he's kind of like a dog in there. But the way Devin Haney made Regis Prograde look, like I ain't never seen nobody beat Regis Prograde the way Devin Haney beat him. Devin Haney, like, neutralized this dude, bro. Devin Haney neutralized this dude. Like, Regis Prograde couldn't do nothing. He couldn't do nothing. So I'm like, okay, look what he did to the Rougarou. You get what I'm saying? He beat the Matrix. Lomachenko, right? White Jesus. They call him White Jesus. He say Lomachenko walk on water and all that shit there, right? They were saying all of that shit. And I ain't gonna lie. I thought they was capping. Listen, I thought they was capping, bro. I thought they was capping. I said, I'm tired of hearing these bullshit Superman story about motherfucker Lomachenko. They keep talking about this motherfucker like he the greatest thing since whole head cheese. Yeah, he do get around the weak side real good. Like, I haven't seen anybody get around the weak side the way Lomachenko, as good as Lomachenko does it. Getting around the weak side is getting around the outside of the lead hand. And the last person I seen get around the weak side like that was my main man, Pernell Whitaker. Pernell Whitaker was great at getting around your weak side. He'll get around your weak side, turn your ass, and walk you into some shit when you turn, right? James Tony was good at it as well. James Tony was good at it as well. But, them just the two that come to mind. I got tired of hearing this shit. They talking like this motherfucker White Jesus. And then the 10th and 11th round came around when Devin Haney fought Lomachenko. I think that was the round where Devin Haney went back to the chair and he talked to Bill. He said, Dad. He said, yeah. What's up, son? What's up? He said, Dad, he don't figure me out. Dad was looking for some instructions. Dollar Bill didn't know what to say. He said, Dad, he figured me out, Dad. This motherfucker putting hands and foots on me, breaking toenails off my ass. Bro, like, fam, I ain't seen, like, bro, he hit Devin Haney so many. And I said, if Lomachenko had any punching power, he probably would have dropped him. I said, he hit this motherfucker so many times. If you look at the 10th round and the 11th round, if you look at the 10th round and the 11th round, it was one round. Which round that was? I think it was the 10th. It was either the 10th or the 11th. I want to say the 10th. He hit this. It was the most punches he landed in the entire fight. He hit this man so many times. It looked like it was three of them in there. And then when I saw that round come, right, I heard the hymns coming from the heavens. I love it. Like, ooh, like all the angelic sounds. Ooh, I looked up in the sky. The sky lit up. I saw white folks. I saw some white people, with halos on their head, with wings on their back, and it was a glow around him, right? And then something like a white Jesus was coming. And he had some angels with him, and I saw that shit. It's like the sky cracked open, and the sun came, and I saw these people floating down, and I said, "Oh, this the shit they talking about." True. Motherfucking white Jesus. I saw. Listen, they were talking like Lomachenko with white Jesus. I saw it. I saw it. I swear I saw it. In the 10th and 11th round, I saw white Jesus. To this day, I saw it. I saw he made a believer out of me. That fight. That 10th and 11th round made a believer out of me. The man made a believer out of me, fam. Hey, Chris, the man, listen, Lomachenko, I'm like, God, I see what Devin was talking about. I see why Devin was talking. I say, Devin went back to the ring. Dad, this motherfucker hit me everywhere, man. I got, God damn, this motherfucker, shit. You know, we trained for one Lomachenko. Look like 3 of them in there. And then the 12th round, Lomachenko gonna do shit. Devin just took it to him in the 12th round. So you get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But you get what I'm saying. But Brian Norman ain't been in the ring with nothing like that. So I'm telling B. Norman, Bernard Hackett, and Coach Kenny, I'm telling them this, right? I said, that's Debo Dev. He fought Lomachenko. He fought Jojo Diaz. He fought Jorge Linares. He fought Jose Ramirez. He beat the Rougarou. He beat doggone George Cambosos. He beat doggone Gamboa. I say, Brian Norman ain't been in the ring with nothing like that. Man, listen, don't you know they bust out laughing? True. I'm dead ass serious. All of them bust out laughing at the same time. Coach Kenny, Tank Davis, and Jaleel Hackett, coach. Bernard Hackett, Jaleel Hackett, father, and this coach. And Brian, all of them bust out laughing at the same time. Somebody got that on video. Somebody have that on video. I gotta, let me call this brother. I think I know who got it too. Damn, I think I know who got it. I think I know who got it. I think I know the brother who got it. Let me write this down, because I said I was going to call him last time, but I didn't call him. Right, I think I know who got it. Yeah. That shit was funny. That shit was funny than a motherfucker. I say, damn, it was 2 people recording us, and they bust out laughing, bro. But I was like, yeah, man, he ain't been in there with nothing like that. So, does he have does Devin Haney have a point? There's levels to this. He ain't been in there with nobody like that. You know what I mean? Brian Norman, they say he's a one-dimensional fighter. He got bad footwork. He ain't got no jab, really. He can't cut the ring off. He just got muscles. And he's strong. That's it. You get what I'm saying? So, according to the narrative, there's no way that Brian Norman should win this fight, because Devin Haney is levels above him. He's levels above him. You get what I'm saying? So, if we go by that logic, then there's really no need of watching the fight. We already know who's gonna win. But we know how that works. At the end of the day, it's just an opinion. We won't know until they actually get in the ring and fight. Both men are preparing to fight each other right now. There's preparation for both men to fight each other. That's in November, next month. I ain't gonna lie, the shit can't get here fast enough. I'm saying for me. The November can't get here fast enough. I'm saying for me. You get what I'm saying? Because that's, what? I wish that fight was over here in America. I wish that fight was over here in America, bro. If they was fighting right here in America, if Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney was fighting right here in America, I'll go to that fight. Hands down. I'll go to that fight. Damn sure will. I spend money to go to that fight. Showing up will. You know what I mean? Because it's the intrigue. It's the there's levels, the experience, the other intangibles. Then you got trainer of the year, dollar bill, like Brian Norman Sr., check this out. You got the suburban kid and Devin the Dream Haney versus the son of a mechanic and former fighter and Brian Norman Jr., right? So Bill says that Devin Haney has a lot of tools in the warehouse that we haven't seen yet since he's been a pro. But Brian Norman Jr. father is actually owns his own. It's a former fighter himself, so he's fought. That's the advantage he got over Bill. However, but he has his own tow truck company, mechanic shop. So you can't have a mechanic shop or be a mechanic and not have a lot of tools. So Bill said they've got a whole lot of tools in the warehouse. You get what I'm saying? We just haven't had to put it out yet because, he put out a Phillips screwdriver. Sometimes the screwdriver is enough to get the job done. So you didn't get a chance to see the grip pliers or the mallet or the hammer or the jigsaw or the Phillips screwdriver or the flathead screwdriver or the electric screwdriver. You get what I'm saying? Or the vice grips or the monkey wrench. You didn't get a chance to see them other tools because all we needed was a Phillips for this one, baby. You get what I'm saying? If you getting the job done with a flathead, why pull out the jigsaw? Do you get what I'm saying? If you getting the job done with a flathead. So now on the flip side, I'm looking like, but damn, B. Norman Jr. really, shit. His dad really is a mechanic for real. So he really got tools. Just imagine how many tools he got. Could it be a possibility that Brian Norman got the tools we just haven't seen yet? You get what I'm saying? Because I understand where Devin and Bill is coming from. Well, he knocking out dudes who, you know what I mean? It's tailor-made for his style and all that stuff there, yada, yada, yada. And Devin has been in there with more diverse people. But on the flip side, as Brian Norman and Bernard Hackett and Coach Kenny said, in Vegas, they know I ain't lying. They was right there. They was there. Look, man, this man, he always getting in the ring with motherfuckers smaller than him. Devin getting in the ring with people, niggas smaller than him. He got the longer arm reach. He taller. So he always getting there with an advantage. He ain't been in there with no Brian Norman. That's what they told. Hey, so I'm sitting there. Yeah, this motherfucker cherry picking.
But this ball is taking the easy match. Fight another ball.
Hey, so this shit, hey, boy, oh my God, boy. Damn, I went this shit was over here, boy, man. Bro, I would have the time of my life at this fight, bro. Damn, I would have the time of my life. I ain't going to Saudi Arabia. I ain't finna catch no plane over there. I mean, I'll go about, I'll probably go, if it, that's a lot of them goddamn money. So shit, I don't know. I don't know about that. Me flying over there, getting them high ass hotel pay. I don't know about that shit. They gonna have to sponsor me or some shit. I'm gonna need a sponsor for that. Yeah, dog. I'll go, but y'all gotta sponsor me. You know how these niggas be called, how the pimps, and you know how the pimps be called talking to the chicks on the street. Hey, look here, baby. Look at your fine self. Why don't you let me sponsor you? Niggas be sponsoring hoes. Niggas be sponsoring hoes. They took me the hole in the street. They still, he want the cootie cat. So instead of him just, so he tricking, you know what I mean? Yeah, baby, let me sponsor you. So that means he gonna pay the rent, pay the light bill, pay the cell phone bill. He gonna pay for her dates to go out with third leg Tyrone cause she still got third leg on the side. You know what I mean? She wanna get, I'm finna fly, baby, let me fly you out. Let me fly you out, baby. Baby, let me fly you out. You gonna fly out. Can't do that no more. You saw what happened to Diddy. You can't do that no more. You be flying these motherfuckers out. Next thing you know, your ass gonna be in court like Diddy. True. Can't be doing that. True. They gonna hit a motherfucker with the Man Act. They gonna hit a motherfucker with the Man Act. They go, yeah, dog. You flew out, dog. You flew out. Yeah, I flew out, man. I flew out. I took her to Chick-fil-A. You fly a motherfucker out to Biscotti. You fly a motherfucker out to your city, and then you take her to Chick-fil-A. I want to go to a 5-star restaurant. Fuck you mean you want to go to a 5-star restaurant? Hold on, I found you. When I found you, you was in public housing. You was in public housing with 3 kids and 3 different baby daddies. Don't act brand new with me. Don't come over here acting brand new with me, shit. Goddamn it, shit. When I found you, you know what I mean? You know what my main man say? He said, when I first met you, I bought you silk suits, Gucci diamonds, blue handbags. He say, I bought you silk suits, Gucci handbags, blue diamonds. I bought you things you couldn't even pronounce. But now I can't give you nothing but advice because you young. Yeah, you still young. I hope I hope you learn a valuable lesson from this one day. Y'all remember that song? I saw you and him walking in the rain. That's what he told him. he said, but until then, you know what you need to do? Get on out of here with that. Get on out of here with that hush. Get on out of here with that crumb cake, hush puppy shoe wearing. You know what I mean? Chump, I saw you with because you dismissed. What was you thinking about, huh? What were you trying to prove, huh? This was the juice. So y'all talk about, all right, y'all tricky. All right, so you want to fly out? Can't do that no more. They bringing charges up. Telling you right now, your ass gonna be on the news. They're gonna be talking about, yeah, dog. They're gonna hit you with they're gonna try to diddy you now. They're gonna try to diddy you. You know what I mean? They're gonna try. Hey, listen. Hey, shout out to Morrow. They're gonna try to listen. They're gonna try to diddy you now. You can't be flying them out no more. Let's throw that out the way. We can't be flying them out. I know some of y'all want to be Captain Save a Hole, had a cape on your back, flying through the save today. You can't do that no more. Them days over with.
True.
Yeah.
True.
They got Diddy locked up. They don't lock Diddy ass up. He had all that goddamn money. That shit could happen, boy. Told them crackers on MC Hammered his ass, boy. Lord have mercy. This motherfucker crying all in the courtroom. What you crying for, fam? Nigga, you got all this money. You got all this money, fam. They ain't gave you nothing but 4 years, 50 months, 4 years, fam. Yeah, you good. You ain't like you got a life sentence of 30 years. What you crying for? Then the crazy part about it, now I'm hearing his people trying to get apart from Trump. But how you trying to get apart from Trump when you just said Trump was racist and he was evil and this and that and vote or die and, you know, Kamala this and that and, you know, like how now the guy who you said was racist and we need to stay the hell away from, now you begging him for a pardon? Come on, fam.
True.
Yeah, I don't, the man racist or not. Cause why you begging him? What you said about a couple years ago, now you saying something totally different. Come on, fam. Like I can't take this dude serious. Anyway, I'm just telling y'all because I don't want to see y'all get locked up for the same thing. That's all I'm saying. Anyways. Devin Haney said he's the best of the best, and he said that he's been competing against top-level individuals who are the best in the world for some time now. Brian Norman hasn't fought guys on that level, right? He's been knocking out guys that stand right in front of him, guys that we never heard of. This is what Debo Deb said. This is the fight, and this is me. This is the fight that I'm waiting to see the most. Not gonna lie. Why? Because I believe that this fight is going to live up to the hype. I honestly do. Especially after the incident that happened in New York. Now, y'all know what happened in New York. Devin Haney got a security guard named Tank. Tank jacked up both Brian Norman Jr. and Sr. He gave Jr. a wedgie. I told him that in the interview we did, and Jr. bust out laughing. He gave him a wedgie, but then Jr. ended up flipping Tank on his backside. I said, God damn. He flipped him on his backside. Listen, you know, Tank jacked up both the father and the son in New York, and William Haney Jr. jumped in it to assist. Some of y'all don't know it was a dark-skinned dude that pushed Brian Norman Sr. to the ground. If you look at that video, Brian Norman got pushed to the ground. Sr. That was Devin Haney's brother. You know what I mean? That was I think that's Bill Haney's first son. That's Devin Haney's brother, the dark-skinned kid. So yeah, so he pushed him down. You get what I'm saying? So what they gotta say about Debo, Dev, and Bill? They gonna keep some muscle around them.
True.
They gonna keep some muscle around them. Muscle. They gonna do that. But then check this out. Joline. Do y'all know who Joline is? Do y'all remember y'all remember the fat white woman that was in there that was saying what the fuck? What the fuck? Get off of him, mother effer. Y'all remember that? That's B. Norman Jr. manager. Bill Haney said she was throwing punches and bunches. He said Joline was throwing punches and bunches. She had them swung on Debo Deb security Tank. She had them swung on Tank twice. Caught him with 2 overhand rights. Now, I will say the punches did come kind of slow and they didn't have any pop to it, but she got her point across. She jumped right in the fray for her client and she was throwing hands. That's the kind of manager I need.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Joline, shout out to Joline. That's the kind of manager I need. If I ever get me a manager, I need a manager who gonna throw some hands. See, I know what Joline gonna do. Now Bill Haney ain't do nothing. He ain't throw no hands. So Bill, I know Bill got a manicure that day. He probably want to break one of his fingernails. I get manicures from time to time, but but he want to break one of his fingernails. I understand that. And Dale here behind Bill. He actually puts Bill in front. So we. Hey Justin say she need a bonus. Hey Justin, look here, man. Justin, check this out. We need Justin. If you ever get a manager, I need a manager who gonna throw some hands, dog. If some shit pop off, You get what I'm saying? Listen, if some shit pop off, fam, I need a manager who gonna throw some hands. I don't want no manager who gonna be sitting back hiding and shaking like booty meat, shaking like a leaf in the middle of a hurricane. See, Bill ain't throw no hands. So I like Bill, but you ain't throw no hands. But Joline was throwing hands. Joline was throwing hands. We got it on film. You know what I mean? So, if now sources say Devin Haney's manager, Tank, want to press charges on her because she caught him with two good overhand rights. Some say that he had to go to the doctor after the melee. Some say that he was suffering symptoms. He had to go through concussion protocol after getting hit with them two blows by Joline because she is heavy-handed now. She's slow, but she heavy-handed. Facts. That is true. You know what I mean? Now, as I said before, according to Bill Haney, Joline is heavy-handed, and she was throwing punches and bunches. Today's show was sponsored by Foster's Barbershop. If you are in the city of Tampa, download the app Booksy. That's on BOOKSY. Look up the Foster's Barbershop. This barbershop works by appointment only. Foster's Barbershop is located in West Tampa, Florida, 1923 West Main Street, West Tampa, Florida, 33607. The address is right here. If you're in the city, book your appointment. They don't take walk-ins, and it's an exclusive, barbershop. A lot of celebrities go here, so we can't know anybody that walk in there. You just can't be an average Joe Blow off the street and think you're just gonna walk in there. The door gonna be locked. Tell you that right now. The door gonna be locked. It don't work that way. You gotta book an appointment. We work by appointment only. Let's give our sponsor, Foster's Barbershop, a round of applause. Yeah. Yeah, you just can't walk up in there like that. Though. You get what I'm saying? You dig? And guess what? I want to let y'all know something. There's levels to this shit. You dig? There's levels to this. There's levels. Shout out to Jamal Charlo.
I'm sorry?
160 is my weight division. I want to unify. I want to get Golovkin in the ring. I want to bring him to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I want to get Canelo out here to Houston. If they really to come down to 160, this is my weight division. Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Bro, this fight right here, let me know if y'all can hear this. I don't know if y'all can hear this because that's the Puerto Rican assassin right there. I got the Puerto Rican assassin right there. I got the Puerto Rican assassin, Edgar Berlanga. You get what I'm saying? Pound for pound. He gonna be on the pound list next year. I'm gonna find a way to get him on there. Pound. He either gonna be pound for pound, one of the best fighters, or he gonna be pound for pound, hot deal.
True.
Either way it go, he gonna be on the pound for pound list. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear this. I need to know if y'all can hear this. Give me a thumbs up. Matter of fact, let me go. Either way it go, he gonna be on the pound for pound. Let me see. Now y'all can't hear it. Y'all can't hear it. My bad. Yeah, y'all can't hear it. All right, let me see. Can I pull it up? Cause that's the app. I need to. Fuck. Okay. Cause I want y'all to hear what Devin Haney. Matter of fact, hold on. My bad. I can play it from the phone. Don't even worry about it. I can play it from the phone right now. Here we go. What is this? Hold on, I can play it from the phone. I'm sitting there tripping. I got it right here. Hold on. Y'all bear with me one moment. I'm finna pull it up right now. What? Let's see. Let's go right here. Let's go to saved. All right, here we go. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
How much muscles you got, how much power you got. The best of the best, no matter how much muscles you got, how much power you got, I will show them. I know that he has power. We all know they got power. But against guys we've never seen before. We've never heard of these guys before. So I will show him that, power is good. Muscles is good. He's he got a lot of muscles, but muscles don't win fights at the high level.
Show that, this is my first time that I'm fighting a guy that's younger than me. It will show just how much levels I am above him.
Man, we are having a ball, man. Bless that.
All right. So Dale say I'm gonna show how much levels. So we hitting a lot of levels. You get what I'm saying? Devin Haney say muscles don't win fights. He got a lot of muscles, but Devin Haney got a lot of muscles. See, that's the crazy part about it. Devin Haney is literally showing his physique, how his body look. He got a six-pack, muscles popping out everywhere. But he's saying that Brian Norman, he got muscles and we know this and that, but muscles don't win fights. But Devin Haney, you got muscles too. Both of y'all look like y'all in Shango shape. You know what I mean? In Shango shape, both of y'all got muscles, so it is what it is. So he's saying these levels. He's saying these levels. Now, y'all know how I feel about that level shit. Every time I hear that level shit, niggas be getting their ass whooped, so we gonna find out.
No matter how much muscles you got, how much the best of the best, no matter how much muscles you got, how much power you got, I will show him. He has power. We all know they got power. But against guys we've never seen before.
Okay.
We've never heard of these guys before.
Right.
So I will show him that, power is good. Muscles is good.
Oh. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait.
Show that.
We've never seen before. We've never heard of these guys before.
Okay.
So I will show him that, power is good. Muscles is good. He got a lot of muscles.
Okay.
But muscles don't win fights at the high level.
Show that, this is my first time that I'm fighting a guy that's younger than me. It will show just how much levels I am above him.
Man, we are having a ball, man. Bless that.
Every time I hit his levels. Every time I hit his levels. I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying. Every time I... This shit is hilarious. Let me drop the phone line, fam. Bro, just like here, this level. There's levels to this. And this is what I was saying. This is what I was telling Brian Norman Sr. Look, dog, this is a whole nother level right here, baby boy. Y'all ain't been trained by Mike McCallum. You ain't been trained by Yoel Judah. You ain't been trained by Sugar Shane Mosley. You ain't been trained by Floyd Mayweather Sr. and Jr. There's levels to this. You ain't fought the level of competition that Devin Haney has fought. What makes you think that you can go in there and do what 32 other people have tried and have failed? Because now we do know Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia did, he did drop Devin Haney a couple times in that fight, but Ryan Garcia was on Oscar and he cheated, so that don't count. so we got that loss reversed. We got that loss reversed. You ever play Uno? Now you put the reverse card down. Motherfucker think he got the win. Then come to find out he popped dirty. So we had to put the Uno card, the reverse Uno card down and reverse that, turn that loss into a zero. You get what I'm saying?
True.
Gotcha, bitch. Thought you had it. You thought you had it, huh? You thought you thought you gave him a first loss. Nah, you ain't do that. You ain't do that, baby boy. You ain't do that. You ain't do that, baby boy. You get what I'm saying? You ain't do that. We reverse now. Now, this is the thing now. Some people saying that Devin Haney footwork is too much. That's Bill told me before. He said Bill told me what he told me. He said that we got a warehouse full of tools, and he said that on the interview. So he said we got a warehouse full of tools. So we got the son of a mechanic, Brian B. Norman Jr. He actually got a lot of tools. Like, nigga been working around tools all his life. So I know he got a bunch of tools, but Dev haven't pulled out the tools yet. You get what I'm saying? So what we need to see, can Brian Norman, with his tools, force Debo Dev to pull out the rest of his tools? So it's really going to be tools versus tools. The only difference is Devin Haney has tools with a lot of championship and Hall of Fame experience. Brian Norman ain't got that championship and Hall of Fame experience. So that's what we got to find out.
True.
That's what we got to find out. We got to find that out. You get what I'm saying?
I want you to dig down. I said I want you to dig down. I'm talking about way down. And then I want you to come up with the paper.
Yeah, you know, we want you to dig down and come up with the paper.
True, true, true.
You dig?
If I wasn't a Christian man, I'd probably be kicking in your ass.
That's right. But I'm telling you, that next nigga tell me to drop the addy, I'm gonna tell you right now, nigga, if I wasn't a Christian man, I'd probably be kicking off in your ass.
Because it's better to have money and not to need it than to need it and not to have it. Brother, and there's a good place in this world for money. Yes, sir. And I know where it is. It's right here in my pocket.
That's right. That's right. Hey, Dr. Umar, woman dog, Dr. Umar at. Dr. Umar, talk to him, baby boy. Hold on, Dr. Umar, talk to him. Let him know, doctor, what we want.
Donations. 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 Gifts. 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 More gifts. More gifts.
Donations and gifts. Today's show is sponsored by Donations and Gifts. Donations and Gifts. That's who's sponsoring today's show.
True, true.
That's right.
True.
And guess what? In light of the good spirit, shout out to the Puerto Ricans out there.
I felt like a Puerto Rican in this hair. I felt Puerto Rican. Y'all know I love me some Puerto Rican. I felt Puerto Rican in this. Rican.
If you're feeling Puerto Rican, let me know.
You talking just like a pimp.
They say Dr. Umar talking like a pimp. That's what they say. But shout out to the Snow Buddies, fam. And can't forget about the $10 the PYTs and the honeydews.
See your eyes shine, she's my snow bunny please. In the winter light, so she's my sweet dust of me. Talk to my nose, this love of sky is so raw. Make you move, stepping out of control. It's me against the light, snow bunny. Moving on the bar, everything's so right. Got that smooth, so feel. No, that's next to the law. With my snow bunny love, we're party about the night. See your eyes shine, she's my snow bunny please. In the winter light, so she's my sweet dust of me. Talk to my nose, this love of sky is so raw. Make you move, stepping out of control. It's me against the light, snow bunny. Moving on the bar, everything's so right. Got that smooth, so feel. No, that's next to the law. With my snow bunny love, we're party about the night. See ya.
All right, yeah, man. Hold on. Shout out to Mr. T. Dropping that $2 super chat. He said, ain't no power tools in Devin Haney's toolbox, though, coach. Mr. T, listen, brother, listen, brother. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. But you got to do better next time. You got to do better next time, my brother. Shout out to you. He said, ain't no power tools. Okay, all right. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Shout out to Ham. Dropping that $2 super chat. That's right. He said, Joline for me. Mr. Ham, you got to do better, too.
True.
That's right.
True.
Y'all got to do better. Right now, the church has a building fund. We trying to purchase this building, and y'all been delinquent.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Hey, y'all know that old saying I be saying. I ain't, they say Reverend James, they say James L. White, they said you be begging. He say, I ain't begging. I'm just trying to relieve you of some of that paper. You dig?
I want you to dig down. I said I want you to dig down. I'm talking about way down. And then I want you to come up with the paper.
Did I want you to come up with the paper? He say they say some of y'all be saying that I be begging. I ain't begging. I'm just trying to relieve you of some of that paper. That's it. Hey, y'all got to go back. Look at Car Wash. The Car Wash movie came out in 70. I think it came out like 72, 73, somewhere around there, right? Car Wash funny to the motherfucker. And look up Richard Pryor had his own special on CBS. I think he only had it for one season. They can only handle Richard for one season. Bro, like, you want to see some of the funniest shit? Like, it's a lot of skits that you will see in today's time, and even in the 90s and stuff, in the late 80s and 90s, through the Living Color days, you'll see a lot of that shit came from Flip Wilson. Flip Wilson, one of my favorite black comedians of all time. He funny. Because they used to play a lot of characters. Flip Wilson show, Richard Pryor show, Red Fox had his own show. Like, a lot of this stuff, like, ain't nothing new under the sun. So a lot of stuff that you see, comedians of the past have done a lot of these things already, and these guys may have taken it and put their own spin to it. But yeah, for sure. That's pretty much what it is. Anyways, phone lines open, man. 530-494-9636.
You want to talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
Call the coach at 530-494-9636. We waiting on your bitch ass. Shout out to Green Eyes P.
Hey, okay.
Dropping on 2 pounds. She say, don't ask. All right, don't ask. All right. Shout out to Tune.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Hey, what you say? Tune say, he said he never heard of this guy before, and he's also levels above him. but I don't see the video saying this man is the first ballot Hall of Famer if he wins. What you mean, Debo? So if Debo dare win, they said he a first ballot Hall of Famer? Hey, but look here, man. Hey, look here. Check this out. Hey, Tune, as I told you before, brother, there's levels to this. There's levels. You get what I'm saying? And what you got to do, Tune, you got to recognize greatness when you see it, fam. That's all I'm saying. Listen, I do get what you're saying, Tune. You're pointing out the double standards. You can't say in one breath that Brian Norman ain't nothing. You ain't never heard of him. He fighting nobody. But then if Devin Haney beat him, you can't turn around and give Devin Haney credit for beating the guy that's nobody. And this is why you never tap down your opponent. Shout out to Omar for dropping that quarter over. Bam, hundo on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
See them. These are kind of donations we like. We like the $5 and the $10. We like those two. The $5 and $10, the $2. But the $5, you know what I'm saying? This a quarter of a hundo. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Omar. He say shout out to the coach and Green Eyes P. Great show. Now there's a lot of people. You know, it's a lot of people. You know what I mean? Right now, as I said before, this is about the building fund. We're not doing the Back to Africa movement like what Dr. Umar doing. I think he's trying to build a school and all that stuff there. He got the building. We struggling to pay bills. We don't know when that's going to happen. So I ain't got nothing to do with that. But what we trying to do, we trying to build a school for levels. We want to build a school for levels, right? Matter of fact, we going to name the school Levels. There's levels to this. There's levels. It's what it is, right? It's like a video game. When you first start out, you're on level 1. Pac-Man. I used to play Pac-Man and Donkey Kong and the Mario Brothers all the time, right? I'm on level 1, right? And then you go from level 1 to level 2. You get what I'm saying? Mike Tyson's Punch Out. You start out with Glass Joe. Glass Joe easy. Then you go to the next level, right? And then when you get by that guy, then you go to the next level. Then the next level. The highest level is Mike Tyson, right? If you ever played Mike Tyson Punch Out, Mike hit you 1-2 times, that's it. It's really kind of hard to beat him. It's hard to beat that motherfucker. You can beat him, but it's hard to beat him. But there's levels to this. You get what I'm saying? Devin Haney is on the boss level. He's on the boss level. Mike Tyson's Punch Out level. Now, he ain't sleeping nobody. He ain't got no punch power. He pillow fisted, but that's neither here nor there. But he's on that level. Brian Norman Jr., he's moving up. You get what I'm saying? He's fighting the Mike Tyson level. He's fighting the top level. And Debo is saying that there's levels to this, and he gonna show him. You get what I'm saying? So we gonna find out what's up.
True.
Yeah. You get what I'm saying? We gonna find out what's up. We gonna find. Matter of fact, let me go. Let me see get that call. Let me see get that call. I want to see if what. Man, I got a robocall calling me. They're trying to offer me all kind of crazy. Man, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Well, let me see what's up. Why is it? Why is it doing that? What? When is it? Oh, what happened? Okay, hold on. Let me see. Can I call? Hold on. Let me see. I don't know if the brother's available. I'm finna hit him up and see if he available. What is it? Level city shit. Nigga, there's levels. My brother, I'm actually on the show today, brother, and we talking about levels. You get what I'm saying? And I want to know. Hold on, brother. Hold on, y'all. We got our good brother Brian Norman Jr. I'm the senior. I don't know how long we're gonna be able to be on the phone because I know he's busy. But we talking about levels, brother. We talking about levels. And what I was telling the people when we were in Vegas, and I was talking to you. I was talking to you, good brother Bernard Hackett.
I was outside. Yes, sir.
Good brother Coach Kenny. You get what I'm saying? And we was talking about, and I was explaining to y'all, there's levels to this when it comes to Brian Norman and Devin Haney. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
you was telling us about Sugar May Judah.
Yeah, Sugar May Judah. Yeah. He was trained. I was telling y'all all that, right? And y'all bust out laughing at me.
Right. We treated you like you was playing. You right. We apologize for that stuff. We then come to terms. We've all come together and we said that you are absolutely right. There are levels to this. And I mean, look, either you're born on that level or you're not born on that level. There's nothing you can do to get to this level. You just gotta be on that level. Now, what requirements does it take? It doesn't take no requirements. It's just whether people want to say you on the level or not. So let's just keep that straight. Let's keep that straight on top. All right. Either you're there or you're not. Okay.
Right. So the thing is, I think what Debo Dev is saying, because I played a video clip of Dev. He was diminishing Brian Norman, and he was just explaining that. Look, this dude, he did good for the people he fought that stood in front of him, but he hasn't been in the ring with the likes of competition that I've been in the ring with. I'm paraphrasing Devin Haney, of course, from the interview.
Yes, sir.
And he's saying that there's levels to this, like the jab, the footwork. Bill said that, hey man, he got a lot of tools in the warehouse, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Basically, he's saying that Brian Norman is a one-dimensional fighter. Your son is a one-dimensional fighter, and that's it. He only look good with people that stand in front of him.
I don't think who said he was a one-dimensional fighter. I know the other fake ass fighters said he was a one-dimensional fighter, but I don't think Bill and Devin never said he was a one-dimensional fighter. I never heard them say that.
No, they didn't come out and say that word for word, but that's what he's saying. Hear me out. If he's saying, look, you look good in front of the people who just stood in front of you, he's basically saying that, look, you ain't got, you a one-dimensional. That's what he's saying. There's so many words.
Okay. Now let me ask you a question. When was that interview? When was said interview done?
That was 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Yes, sir.
I will bet any of y'all, any amount of money, you won't find a video within the last month where he's saying any of that. Because if they did anything correctly, what they're doing is they are studying and they are realizing how much trouble they are in. They are listening to the other greats, telling them they got to pick the perfect game. They are listening to the other fighters that they call, ask questions. Hey, then y'all fought Brian Norman, was he there? They calling around asking these people, and guess what they get? They getting all bad news because nobody beat Brian up. Hear what I say again? None of these guys beat Brian up. Did you hear what I said to you?
You talking about it?
None of them beat him up. So all the coaches they call in, they're telling them, hey, I mean, your best chance is the boxing. That's what everybody's saying. the best chances to box him.
Yeah.
But it's like, have you ever seen anybody box him and beat him? Nope. So now they just wishing on the star, hoping on a prayer, and simple as that. But like you said, there's levels to this, man. And go on with the levels.
All right. So be back to the levels because okay. So Brian Norman being, again, he hasn't had that championship experience. I seen Devin Haney fight White Jesus, better known as Lomachenko. I saw him overcome that hurdle. I saw him overcome.
Can I ask you a question about that fight?
Well, go ahead.
If I am mistaken, White Jesus Lomachenko, the best opponent. Is that by far the best opponent he ever faced?
Yes, facts.
So Lomachenko is the best opponent that he's ever faced, according to the people, right?
Yes,
and that's hands down, right?
Yes.
But Lomachenko been beat twice before he ever fought.
Yeah, that is true. But he's still white. He's still White Jesus. Jesus take L's. Jesus take L's. Jesus ain't win them all.
But how Jesus take L's? How Jesus take L's and Bill Haney don't even take it?
Just saying that.
Jesus take L's and Bill Haney don't even take no damn Bill. Like, we don't take no hate on the ground. What we talking about? You feel me? What are we talking about? Who's taking L's?
Bill 50-0 in the street though.
Hey, that's what they say. But then what I know.
Hey, man.
That's what I know.
What you know?
I know Skyline High. Bill gonna hear me. Skyline High. Class of the mid-'80s sometime. I can't tell you exactly what class. I know that there's a young fella by the name of Kevin Brim. Kevin Brim, if you want to, you can come to the forefront if you happen to hear this. And you can get in on the mix, and I'll chime in with you. We can clown the hell out of Bill Haney. Kevin Brim beat the hell out of Bill Haney in front of Skyline High in the mid-1980s. That's what I do know for 1,000% fact. How do I know this? Because people come to me and they give me all of these details. You understand what I'm saying? They say, hey, you mentioned Kevin Brim. I bet you check the hell up. That's what they tell. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just saying. That's what they tell. You feel me? I mean, in the mid-1980s, I wasn't but 5, 6 years old, so I wasn't taking no damn losses by far. But he was up there getting the damn. You feel me?
So you got info. Hey, hold on, B, you got me on the Bluetooth?
Yeah, you want me to take it off?
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds smooth.
Take it off?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on. Can you hear me better, sir?
Yeah, I hear you a whole lot better. All right.
Okay.
So let's repeat this. So you're saying that Skyline High School. Where's that
Skyline High School.
Where's that at?
Was it in Oakland? It was in California.
Okay, it's in Oakland.
I believe.
Yeah.
They gave me all the details, but it was so long ago. I was gonna use it. I was hoping that I could get Bill back on and fuck with him, and you know how I do. You know what I'm saying? I just keep one in the chamber. But I had to realize, I had to come to the realization that Bill don't want none of this. Bill don't want no smoke with me. You feel what I'm saying? He clearly don't want this smoke. So, I said, you know what? I'm going to throw it out there and I'm going to throw it up against the wall. You feel me? So I'm going to give him what I got. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, it's clear. It's clear what's going on to me. You feel me? It's just not clear what's going on. It's not clear what's going on to his fans.
What's clear is that Debo Deb is levels above anything that y'all can come with. That's what's clear.
Anything.
What's clear is Debo Deb trained with Mike McCallum. What's clear is he trained with Yoel and Zab Judah. What's clear is he trained with Sugar Shane Mosley. What's clear is he's trained with Floyd Mayweather Sr. and Jr.
We don't stand a chance.
That's what's clear. What's clear is he became undisputed at 135.
Yes, he did.
What's clear is he beat Regis Prograis to become a two-division world champion.
Absolutely.
That's what's clear.
Now, can we also talk about what else is clear?
Go ahead.
What else is clear is that he ain't beat a man with an undefeated record in about 5 years. About 4 or 5 years. He ain't beat a man with an undefeated record in about 4 or 5 years. Every single fighter that he has fought had a loss within the last few years, except George Kambosos. He beat a 20-fight veteran in George Kambosos, whose biggest win was against his coach, against a super featherweight in Mickey Bay. I think Mickey Bay fought 126, 130, and he won a split decision.
George Kambosos' biggest win was against Regis, was against Teofimo Lopez.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. That's where it got him there. You know what? Good job, dog. You caught that quick. Good job. I forgot about that. Yeah. You know what? And you're right. And then Lomachenko beat Teofimo beat Lomachenko, and then Devin beat. So there's a whole bunch of them little guys. You know, not disrespect the little guys, but there's a whole bunch of those guys down there doing what they do, fighting what they fight in their own respectable weight classes. And then he moved up with the big dogs, and he ended up matched up with a guy with literally no losses, no almost losses, and don't bring up no Boca Chica, because if y'all don't remember, y'all bring up a Boca Chica, y'all gotta remember he elbowed his way out that damn fight on purpose. So we gotta put that in there. They love to put in people getting dropped and everything else. So we just gonna keep it real. We're gonna keep it 1,000. His last 3 opponents had 5 losses. We just gonna leave it like that.
Okay. All right. So again, they're in the lab right now. Yes, sir. Without giving out any specifics, how is B. Norman Jr. looking right now? How is he?
Man, hey, look, in the words of B. Norman G, on the money, man. He on the money, man. In the words of B. Norman Jr., he all on the money. He all on the money, man. He on it, man. He on the money, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, the phone calls are being made. The prognosis that's coming back to Bill Haney are not good. Everybody telling, hey, brother, all I can tell you is do your best.
Wait. So according, so this is okay. So this is breaking news. So according to what you're hearing, Bill Haney, Dollar Bill is what I call him, is out trying to find information.
That's over with. He been did that.
He been did that.
That's over with. He been did that.
Did he send any spies into the camp?
I thought he had a couple, but if he did, the last spy that I would have suggested that he sent, you know what I'm saying, because the one that was trying to get in there, whatever, we whooped his ass and we sent him on back. That's what I was telling you. That's what my story was about. So, but again, we make sure. Don't get it twisted now.
I know you're talking about.
You was down.
Yeah,
you was down.
Yeah, I know.
Did he drop him?
Hey, yeah, he also dropped him. Well, hold on,
Did he beat him up?
Yeah, he did.
And did that man come back to you and tell you how good he was doing, and if he don't get him in the camp, then we gonna lose? Did he tell you that?
Yeah, he said that.
So that tell you how delusional these motherfuckers are. You feel what I'm saying?
Then hold on. But I heard you beat him up after that.
We beat him up after that. Yeah. Beat him up, dropped him, called him.
Yeah.
Called him, stood him up. You all right? And whooped his ass some more.
But look here, man. Listen, but them dudes ain't Devin Haney. That's sparring. See, right now, again,
absolutely,
we dealing with levels, brother. All I'm saying is, they make a valid point. However, that doesn't mean that Brian Norman's gonna lose the fight, because we saw. I heard what Edgar Berlanga said to Hamza Shiraz. He was saying there's levels to this, and I'm your Canelo. I'm gonna do A, B, C, and D, and then we saw how that turned out. So you still got to get in the ring and fight.
Absolutely, we the ones. We not saying there's levels, because I guarantee you, some of the same people saying there's levels to this are chances are they're Carmel Bolton fans, they're Abdullah Mason fans. I love both of them kids, but they're Abdullah Mason fans, they're Carmel Bolton fans who at the same time have yet, I know they're on their way up and they do what they do. Congratulations, shout out to the boys. It's not a slight to them at all, but I just know they are the most liked young guys coming up right now. So I guarantee you those same people will say that Abdullah Mason or Camille Bolton was this or that without having to fight this so-called elite level. You feel what I'm saying? But according to them, either you're there, you're born there, and they just say you there, or, what happened? So nothing they gonna say gonna make sense. It's never gonna add up. You know what I'm saying? What we gonna do is gonna keep knocking walls down. They say we were gonna make the money, we got the money. They say we were gonna get the name on our resume, we getting the name on our resume. They say we can't be the boxer, we're about to be the boxer. You feel what I'm saying? Look, bro, 24 years old, third title defense, first year as a champion, many more to come, man. Future face of boxing on the way.
So tell me about this dude named Kevin. What's his name? Kevin Brim?
Kevin Brim, yeah, he got his ass. He whooped Bill Haney ass. He whooped his ass.
So this back when Bill was in high school.
This is back when Bill was in high school. Yes.
Okay,
sir.
so Bill
he whooped his ass in front of Skyline High and said, "Damn, say something different." I'm just trying to tell you what he told me.
So Bill, I think Bill graduated high school like either 86 or 87, somewhere around there. 86, 87.
They said it was in the 80s. I don't know what year. They said it was in the late 80s. It was in the 80s. Hold on 1 second, Bumco. My bad. One second.
Okay. Damn, okay, so Bill, let's write this down. So Bill 50, so Bill 49-1 on the street then. We're gonna put 49-1.
Bill 49-1 on the street, and he goddamn and he 0-3 on the internet. Fucking with me. He 0-3 on the internet. Fucking with me. You gotta remember. Let's not forget. We sat here and watched that man come. He went into hiding. He came back out of hiding. Got his ass whooped right here on this channel, to where he had to make up all kind of shit and disappeared again. That's another loss. You understand me? How many losses do we got to point out to this man to have it in your face for y'all to believe that, for y'all to see the losses?
Hold on, wait a minute.
It's a whole bunch of bullshit.
Wait a minute. Somebody in the chat just said, hold on, where you at, brother? What a brother at? Alfonso, where you at? Alfonso said, here you go right here. He say the Richie Rich went to Skyline High as well as Gary Payton. So he's confirming there is a Skyline High School. Yeah, he's confirming that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, he's confirming that. Okay. All right.
I don't know nothing about no Skyline. I'm in the country part of Georgia, baby. I don't know nothing about no Skyline. I don't know about none of that shit. You feel me? But I'm letting you know with the word that came to me, and they said that nigga talking all that shit, asked him how he got his ass whooped in front of Skyline High. That was by Kevin Brim. That's what they told. So we gonna make Kevin Brim famous today. Yeah, Bill, you thought that shit was dead. That shit don't die, baby. That shit is on your record for life. You understand me? So you took yet another loss. Do you understand me? We got losses all over the place from you, Bill. Shit.
Hey, look, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna tell you what I am just upset with you about, and I'm just gonna be frank. I'm gonna be frank with you. I don't like the fact that you ran Bill off the internet, because Bill used to be talking.
I know.
Bill used to answer my calls. He don't answer my calls no more. Yeah, you know, he ain't showing his face. I'm like, man, I don't know what I did, but I'm saying he ain't showing his face no more. I'm like, man,
that's a problem. That's a problem that I have, Coach. Yeah. Because you got the people that like to fake. They like to fake on the internet. You feel what I'm saying? They like to fake and play on the internet. But when you fake and play with me, I'm going for the jugular. You know, just like everybody else, I go get my facts. I line up everything I'm gonna line up, and I'm gonna mow your ass over with them, and I'm gonna dare you to do something about it. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I'm coming, and I that's just the only way I know to be, Coach. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I took him off the internet. I'm sorry that I made him go into hiding. I'm sorry. Hey, and all the Haney fans, y'all said I can't wait till Bill beat Norman Sr. up on the internet when the build up to this fight. I knocked his ass out the first time, and we ain't seen that nigga since. We ain't seen him since. We ain't seen him. Matter of fact, he tried to show it. He tried to get him come back out the corner, got knocked back in the corner, and went back in.
You know, hold on. Y'all was in Vegas. Y'all had a face-off in Vegas. Y'all had a face-off in Vegas.
Rolled up on him. Yeah. Guess who rolled up on who twice? I rolled up on him.
Yeah. At the Fountain Blue.
I rolled up on him.
Yeah.
Appeared in his face. Appeared right in his face. He was like, oh, you don't know who behind you, nigga. I'm on you, nigga. What are you talking about? If I want you, I got you. You feel me? Yeah. And if I ain't mistaken, on this show, he told me he was going to slap me on sight, right?
Yeah.
He said he going to slap me on sight. I was in his face within arm's width, with his arm's reach, whatever you want to call it.
It's on video.
I never threatened to slap him.
Yeah, it's on video. I saw it.
It's on video. I never threatened to slap. That was the second one that's on video. I don't know what happened to the first one. Yeah. But that wasn't even the first one. The first one, that's when I first approached him. That when I thought he talking about, you don't know who behind me. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about who behind me, nigga. You here now. Fuck them niggas behind me. Had them all nervous. And I told them next time hands get put on me, I promise you everybody gonna get hit. Everybody better get the fuck out of the way.
Okay, look.
I've been rehabbing my arm ever since. They gave me a major setback for me to try to train my son and get them together for this fight. But, you know, I got Coach Byron Oglesby, you know, tremendous coach, you know, tremendous assistant coach on my team, and he's been doing a wonderful job with B. We both do it. You know, I'm the head coach or whatever else, so we've been making it do what it do. And I mean, we just making it fly, so we all good.
Yeah, but hold on. What your assistant coach name is?
Byron Oglesby.
Listen, man, but he not Floyd Mayweather.
Or Sugarman Judah. I know,
he ain't Sugarman Judah. You know, he ain't Mike McCaffrey. That's the thing. See, he might be a good trainer, but there's levels when it comes to trainers. You get what I'm saying?
I was shopping on Temu when that was the best I could find. Temu, that was the I was shopping on Temu, man. I had to pick him up, man. I had to pick him up. I had to pick him up. He trained Luis Collazo and a couple other world champions. He was in the city. Run a well-known gym in the city, Hillsfield Gym. That's where y'all see Clarissa Shields sometimes.
Okay.
But anyway, I said, man, you know what? I'm gonna go in there and we're gonna put my man on the team. We're gonna make it do what it do, and that's what I had to do. I mean, we couldn't afford the likes of a Sugar May Judah and a Zab Judah and a you know what I'm saying, a Yoel Judah and a Floyd. We couldn't afford the likes of those people. You feel what I'm saying? We just poor. We poor. Remember that Bill just beat me at life.
Yeah.
So we can't afford for so much. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. I know y'all on the budget right now, so I do get it.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
We balling on the budget. We balling on the budget.
No, it's kind of like y'all. It's kind of like y'all parking lot pimping.
We parking lot pimping, but when we get money, we still gonna be balling on that same budget. So let's put that out there. Go ahead.
Y'all like Crawford. That dude, nigga don't spend no money.
We don't be balling on the same budget. Ain't shit gonna change.
Nigga be dressing like a bull.
I'm trying to tell you. You look at me right now. I got a spill stain on my pants right now. We speak. I got to spill some shit.
hey, look here, man. When are y'all supposed to be flying over to Saudi?
November the 9th, baby. November the 9th. Hey, man, it's due date, man. It's D-Day. D-Day coming soon, man. Sparring almost over. D-Day. D-Day coming soon.
Hey, you know what the D stand for?
Devin, Debo.
Debo. That's right. D-Day is coming. D-Day is coming. Debo Dev.
Debo Dev is coming on Doomsday. That's what it's going to be for Debo Dev. It's going to be Doomsday for Debo Dev. That's what it's going to be.
That's right.
Bill Haney knows I'm telling the truth. He listening. He saw the title. He be surfing the net. You hear me, Bill? Get your ass out here. Hey, Bill, you went and watched them clips that I've been watching? You saw when Brian got hit, he kept coming. You saw the shots that he get hit with, he don't give a fuck about them. You saw all the activity that he got going on. You see the physicality, how he push niggas around, push niggas back, how he get you up off of him. He saw exactly what I saw. Because I watch these fights from that same angle as if I'm fighting that fighter. And if I'm fighting that fighter, no matter what, Brian Norman Jr. is a fucking rough customer. You don't want to be in the ring with that. He talked to Crawford. He talked to Bernie. What did Bernie tell you about B?
Yeah.
What did he tell you about B? What did he say?
Yeah, he told me.
What? No, I'm not talking about how. No, I'm not talking about no detail. What did he tell you about how rough he? What did he tell you?
No. He said Brian Norman the truth. He told me about the incident. What happened when they sparred. He told me that.
No, we ain't talking. I'm just saying you gonna blow it off like that. You gonna tell like he ain't tell you. He was about their life though. He about their life.
Yeah. No, he said that. He spoke very highly.
He was 20 years old.
Yeah.
He was 20 years old when this happened. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I mean, look, he talked to Crawford. Crawford told him, "Now you gonna have to pitch a perfect game." So he talked to these people. You're gonna have to pitch a perfect game. You're gonna have to do this. You're gonna have to do that. And you got to think he knows that them guys already been beat. He knows that these guys were little as hell. He knows these guys was not physical work for damn. Mm-hmm. He knows what he in for. That's why he hired Stitch Duran ASAP and asked Stitch Duran, was it going to be a rough fight? Did you know about that?
No, I ain't know nothing about that.
He called Stitch Duran did an interview on Johnny, on the boxing board, not the boxing, I'm sorry, the hangout spot.
Okay.
Johnny, my boy Johnny, Stitch Duran did an interview on the hangout spot. He said that this is right when the fight was made. He said that Bill called him. He said, I worked a couple of his fights. Yeah, I do know. That's why I'm calling you. He said, so what kind of fight you think it's going to be? You think it's going to be that kind of fight where I need a cut man? That's what he said. Bill said that.
Nigga, Stitch
Bill said, you think it's going to be that kind of fight? You don't work this corner before. You see how he operate. You think it's going to be that kind of fight?
Nigga, Donald Bill. No, I got to call Stitch.
Call him, ask him, put him on the show. He said it on the hangout spot. Call him, ask him. I ain't lying. He said that Shit. Listen, I told you he been calling around everybody. He done called everybody in Vegas. He been calling everywhere he can. He has not got no good news.
He's gaining intel. See, listen. Listen. Dollar Bill is gaining intel on the ops. Right now, Norman Jr. is the ops, and Debo Deb is gaining intel. You know,
we cool with it.
You see what I'm saying? Debo, you know, we're gaining intel right now, trying to gather the information, because what they trying to do, they trying to figure out which tool that they're going to use in order to get the job done. So, you know,
I don't know what kind
you
of
get
tool
what I'm saying?
you're going to use against that. I don't know what kind of tool you're going to use against that 50 cal could be his butt. You understand? Again, I'm going to tell y'all the fights to look at. Look, I'm going to tell y'all the fights to look at. I'm watching these fights, and I'm watching Damian Corey, where they say this is the first fight he had with Tyrant, where they say he looked bad. Yeah. I'm watching in the 8th round where B come out with a piece of hook. It wasn't even a real hook, and collapsed that man. In the first round, I'm sorry, the 8th round. In the 8th round, he collapsed that man. I'm watching when he in there with Quaybag, and he throw that hook before he shoot him to the corner with a jab, and make him get up and start blinking and say, "Nah, fuck that, I'm out." In the biggest moment of his life, been pro since 2014. This is the biggest moment of his life. He gets dropped with a jab. He blinking. You got to ask yourself, what must this man been feeling? Going back, before he got dropped, he got caught with every hook in the book and kept falling sideways every chance he could. So that means every time B. Norman Jr. touched him, he hurt him. Every time he touched him, he hurt him. You go back to Sasaki, he knocked the memory bank out there, man. He knocked his memory card out and took 6 weeks of his life out.
Yeah, 6 weeks of memory.
6 weeks of his life was dismissed from his memory bank. So as a father, remember I was telling you about being nervous and everything else? As a father, you go be nervous for your son. You ain't got time for all that playing. You ain't got time for all these games. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just fortunate to be in the driver's seat and to have the motherfucker doing that kind of damage. You take a Giovanni Santillon, all the cuts that was on Giovanni Santillon, he got cut on both eyes and a broken nose and blood everywhere. All of those was caused by punches. You understand? So that means when he touching niggas, he's splitting them open. When he touching niggas, he's opening them up. I'm telling you.
Hey, but look.
The same guy you just come out with sparring, he talked to that guy, if he admitted it, which I doubt he did, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah. He touched him with a hook. He going down. You know what I'm talking about? Like, bro, he's not getting good reading. He's not getting good reading.
But see, Dev ain't gonna be there. You know, he ain't gonna be there. See, you can't touch what you can't. You can't touch what you can't see. You can't touch. Devin ain't gonna be there to get hit. I'm telling you, he gonna fight you. He's gonna fight you like he fought Jose Ramirez. He's gonna box you from the outside. He's not gonna be there to be hit. So those guys who you fought, they was tailor made for Junior. Debo Dev is on a whole nother level. That's why we say it's levels to this.
So why is he fighting fighters with all losses? Why his last 3 fighters got 5 losses? Why? Help me out. Why does all of his last 3 fights that's supposed to be the best fight, because you're supposed to get better as you go? Why do all of them have 3 losses in the last? And my son's last fighters got 2 losses. His last 3 fighters got 2 losses. Why? Why is he fighting people with all these losses? You say Brian Norman Jr. ain't fought nobody, but these guys made it to 1 and number 2. Last time I checked, Jose Ramirez was number 1 and number 2 in nobody book, and no sanctioning body. Or did I miss something?
Hold on. This another thing too. I gotta bring this up. I mean to pivot a little bit. You know, Bill did speak about how they chose you. Remember, your name was on the list. They chose you, and Debo Dev and Bill Haney are the reason why you're getting this fat payday that you're getting. Here you guys get paid a lot of money, and Debo Dev was the one who offered to give y'all a payday. Bill Haney reached out to you and say, "Look here, baby boy, I know y'all on welfare. I know y'all on welfare. You doing bad right now. What we gonna do is we gonna help you. We gonna help our fellow brethren out, and we gonna give you a payday. Give you your highest payday. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring you up out of the slums. I'm gonna give you a payday. Now you ain't gonna win the fight, but we just gonna do that to help you out. So don't you think you owe some type of debt of gratitude to the Haneys?
Not really, because I got a question. I owe debt and gratitude for them accepting the fight, but I got a question even about that. My question about that is, why are there so many other sources that say different than what he's saying? May the 22nd, 2025, there was a list on Bill Haney thing. Y'all mind you, go to verse 2, chapter 6 in your Bible, aka
the book of Debo. In the book of Debo.
For the book of Debo, May 22nd. Go down and scroll down Bill list to where you see that list. It's a list with Bill on the thing, and it's a list of all the people who want to fight. Y'all go through them comments. You're gonna see Brian Norman Sr. saying, "Fight Brian Norman Jr. next." This is before Jen Psaki fight. This is on May the 22nd. You go to the Ring magazine. You search the topics for Brian Norman and Devin Haney or whatever else, and you will see back, now it's probably been about 20 plus weeks ago, even before that, Brian Norman Sr., Devin, this is before Ramirez fight. Devin was toying with the idea of coming up to 147. Brian Norman Sr. hasn't forgot. He still want that fight, blah, blah, blah. This is the Ring magazine. You can go back to the boxing board.
I read that.
Man, I've been all over the place. They can't beat me, bro. They can't beat me. Look, listen, I was just telling Marcus Walker just a minute ago before you called me.
Oh, that's who shot the video. That's who I need to get in contact with. He got the video.
Marcus Walker.
He recorded. He recorded. Yeah.
So check it out. I was just talking. I just got the phone him probably 5 minutes before you called me, and we were just talking. I said, listen, you got to understand something, because I'm telling him some of the stuff I'm telling you now. I said, you got to understand something. These people need Brian to lose. They need him to lose. The Philly fans, with the other guy we got beef with, the people who don't want to be, who just don't like me as a whole, who don't want him to be this and be that, we got a name on our resume. We can't have that before him at 24 years old. We can't be outdoing him. So we got that situation. They need him to lose. Yeah. They need him to be flat-footed. They need him to not be on their level. They need this in their life. They're praying for
So you're saying they're projecting what they want. It's not necessarily it's true, but it's called they're projecting it.
That's what they need to happen.
Okay, I didn't look at it that way. I didn't look at it that way.
They need this shit. They need this shit to happen. You feel me?
So stylistically, from what you've been hearing, so Bill has been doing like what they call it in the military when they're doing it with recon or whatever, something like that. So he's been out searching, talking to sparring partners, talking to different camps, talking to Stitch Duran, trying to get intel on what's going on with B. Norman Jr. And you saying that everything he's hearing is not coming back.
It's not coming back in his favor, right?
But what about the tools though? He got tools. Why are we worried about?
Because he know good and well his tools are limited, and they only work on limited opposition and limited people. So you again, like I just said, last fighters 5 losses. Last fighters only one of them only 2. I'm sorry, that's scratching out Ryan Garcia. And then I had some people saying you got to scratch out Ryan Garcia because you put Ryan Garcia in, then he win, which is actually wrong because he lost to Ryan Garcia. So you really want to take Ryan Garcia out. You don't want to put him in. His last 3 fighters without Ryan Garcia was 29 wins. That's 58 wins. And then Lomachenko has 17 wins. That's 75 wins. So that's 75 wins and 5 losses. 75 wins and 5 losses, 44 knockouts. Brian Norman last 3, 78 wins, 2 losses, and 55 knockouts. They say numbers don't lie. Now, do they lie? I don't know. They say numbers don't lie.
But the argument would be the levels of fighters that Devin Haney fought versus the level of fighters that B. Norman Jr. fought. So that could be an argument. Say, look, you ain't fought nobody on that level. That's what I'm saying. You ain't fought nobody on those levels.
So Ramirez was on a certain level. Ramirez was on another level. He was on a special level. No. Ramirez
looked like trash when I ain't gonna lie. He ain't look good at all.
So Ramirez wasn't on no level.
No, he wasn't.
Regis Prograis. Is anybody arguing that Brian Norman won't stump on Regis Prograis?
Nah,
that's a real question.
Regis
ain't nobody arguing. Ain't nobody making that argument.
Okay, all right. But what about White Jesus?
He'll kill Regis.
What about White Jesus? What about White Jesus?
White Jesus is a little guy with 65-inch reach.
Yeah, that is true.
Devin Haney has 7 8-inch reach advantage over that man, and he arguably lost to the man. This is the problem. This is the problem with me. This is why Bill don't want to go against me. You understand me? I talk too real. The stuff I say makes too much sense. All we can do is go on what we think and what we want it to be true and what we need to be true. We can't go on what's actually going on.
Right. So I'm trying to find a way to discredit y'all. Trying to find a way to, okay, look, I'm trying to come with an answer. Every time you say something, I'm trying to come with an answer, and I'm pulling up for straws right here. So put it this way. I don't like the fact that you ran Bill off the internet, because when Bill fought Loma, hold on, I'm finna tell you, I'm finna land this plane. When Bill fought, when they fought George Kambosos, Bill was everywhere talking everywhere online.
Yes, sir.
When they fought Regis Prograis, he was everywhere talking online. When they fought Lomachenko, Jorge Linares, he's always talking everywhere. This is the first time, the first fight that I can honestly say that Bill is quiet as a church mouse. And I'm telling you, man, I'm thinking about, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like that. I don't like what you did. So I'm kind of upset with you and your son, because I think that, prior to y'all, Bill wasn't doing this. And now the fight is done, we can't find the nigga. Why is that?
I mean, I would like to appreciate that. I would like, hey, I'm on your side. I would like to know the same thing. I'm trying to figure out the same thing, man. We on the same side, coach. We're on the same side. I want Bill on the internet. You want Bill on the internet. Everybody want Bill on the internet. I want him on the internet. I want you to come play with me, Bill. Bill, it's boring out here without you, dog. I can't be out here talking shit by myself.
Yeah,
these fans are retarded. So I ain't even.
Well, don't worry about it.
I don't even be in the. They ain't even the point in talking to the fan. They just stupid.
No, so what I'm gonna do? No, what I'm gonna do? I got my Blame Bill Haney shirt on today. Black Blame Bill Haney shirt. So what I'm gonna do, since Bill is in hiding, I'm gonna represent for Debo Dev. That's the least I can do. And I'm gonna go back to what I was telling you. Debo Dev has fought Lomachenko, White Jesus, Regis Prograis, George Kambosos, Jorge Linares, Jose Ramirez, Kambosos, what my main name is, Gamboa. He's fought all of these guys. Y'all ain't did that. There's levels to this. He's been 2-division world champion, going on 3. He has great footwork. He's trained with Zab and Sugar and Mayweather and Mike McCallum, Sugar May Judah, sprinkled with a little bit of McCallum. He's done that. Since Bill ain't here, I got to represent for him. So I just think that that's going to be a little bit too much for y'all, even though I'm picking y'all to win. But I'm just thinking that's going to be a little bit too much for y'all. You get what I'm saying? The experience factor, you ain't fighting Centillion. You ain't fighting Jen Sasaki. You fighting doggone, arguably, could be one of the greatest fighters of our generation, and Debo Devin Haney.
Yeah. Hey, the greatest fighter of our generation, best wins, got 5 losses. Hey, look, Jorge Linares had 5 losses. He now has like 8 or something like that. Jojo Diaz, 5'3", 5'4". Appreciate it, boss. Thank you. Appreciate you. Rayshawn Reynolds, right? Rayshawn Reynolds? Okay. Yeah, like I said, you name them. You name them. All of these are names. And again, that's what I'm looking to do. I'm going to crush this, and I'm going to shut everybody up about these goddamn names. I'm so sick of these names they talking about.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of names with all these losses and with everything else. But just because they're so-called names, that's what it is? Nah, man.
But the thing is, though, these are the bright lights. Like, this is the biggest stage y'all done been on. Dev has been here before.
So the biggest stage, when you say biggest stage, are we talking about the most amount of people or just the most that's on the line?
Yeah, the most that's on the line. Like, this are high stakes. You got, listen, this like Debo stepping into the neighborhood in South Central, and he stepping to Craig or Smokey. You get what I'm saying? That, like, I ain't saying y'all Smokey, but but I'm gonna give you Craig. You Craig, this Debo. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you on that right now. You think that Brian Norman Jr., a country young motherfucker from Georgia, give a fuck about the lights, give a fuck about what somebody else saying about him when they already been saying what they were saying anyway? He already used to that. You got to remember, what made him who he is right now is just a year ago, they was talking about he ducked boots. A fight that we were still campaigning for. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to remember, we already been through all of this.
Yeah. We've
been through this before. We ain't worried about no lights. We ain't worried about what nobody got to say. Brian Norman Jr. ain't worried about none of that. Devin Haney got to worry about Brian Norman Jr. I've already said that. And that's the problem. They know what I'm saying is true.
When we was
they got to worry about us, we don't have to worry about them. They got to worry about my son's physicality, we ain't got to worry about their physicality. They got to worry about Brian Norman power, we ain't got to worry about their power.
When we was in Vegas at the Mandalay, at the Fountain Blue, you know, Bill, I think you and Bill was talking, and Bill said something of the sort to where he gonna mess around and come out of retirement, and his first fight gonna be with you. Do you remember that?
Of course I remember
that's on camera too. Yeah, you know, he said you go.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, and he walked. I think he walked off or something after that or whatever. You know, we don't. Yeah.
You know, goddamn Bill, you know damn well Bill ain't fucking with me, man.
Hey, man.
Bill just talking to me, damn talking. Bill talking for the people who need to listen, that need something to hold on to.
So
like I said, these people praying. They praying to Allah, they praying to whoever they pray to right now. This is what they need to happen. A lot of fans need this win. They need this win. They got to get me out of here. You got to remember, Brian Norman Jr. was supposed to lose. I was supposed to leave. We were supposed to leave the internet his first title defense. Shit, some guys up in Philly that trained Derek Quabass said that Derek Quabass was going to not be out. This is on YSM channel. This is true story.
Yeah.
A fat ass coach up there with packs of hot dog on his neck was on there. Man, I trained this kid, man. This kid ain't Rail. My boy Rail, Boxer Rail. That's my dog. I like Rail.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Rail said, he even said after he did, no, I trained him. He a good kid, good fighter, whatever. And then after the fight, Rail kept it real and was like, yeah, now we got to figure out what did Brian Norman Jr. do to make him quit. He kept it real. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody else went quiet. Oh, he just beat a guy. Oh, that wasn't nobody. You feel what I'm saying? But after he said, so like I said, you got a certain set of fan base that need Brian Norman Jr. to lose. That's what this is about. They need him to lose.
So, because see, this is the thing too, right? What I notice about social media and boxing and stuff like that, like Devin Haney has a fan base that's out active on social media. Brian Norman don't have a fan base that's active on social media like that. So the way social media works, since I've been on it, you know, the guy who has the fans who bigging them up the most in the chats and stuff, that's the guy who automatically is that's supposed to win. Versus the other guy, he may not have that type of, you know, people online bigging him up. So until you beat that guy that they hyping up, you know what I mean? That's gonna make people sit back and look like, oh, okay. Then they got to go back and analyze how did we get this so wrong, and then more than likely it's probably based on because of their emotions. We got it wrong because we didn't look at it from a boxing standpoint. We looked at it from an emotional standpoint.
From a fanboy standpoint.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I get what you're saying.
We looked at it from a fanboy standpoint. We didn't look at it from a real note. We didn't look at. We talked about how Brian Norman Jr. ain't faced nobody elite, but then we didn't talk about how Devin Haney, everybody Devin Haney faced that was over 5'7" or 8. You feel what I'm saying? He had trouble with. We're talking about everybody. We ain't talking about how everybody Devin Haney faced with 70+ inch arm reach. Devin Haney had problems with. You feel what I'm saying? We ain't talking about them guys.
I see. Is that what you're saying? So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. How we got a while? We got like what? Well, this is October the 6th.
Oh, we in there, baby. We in there. We got 40. I think we got like 45 days.
Yeah, I've heard you. I know both of y'all, because I know they were trying to put it out there. Both of y'all doing the drug testing. That's cool.
Yeah.
Y'all going over there for the fight.
We ain't seen none of that. But I'm sure Bill seen all ours. But we don't even care.
Yeah, okay.
Like I told you about the soccer, we don't even care. I don't give a shit what he on. He going to sleep that night. I don't give a damn what he on. I'm so serious. I don't care what he on.
You dead serious
like that? I don't care
that.
what he on. I'm dead serious.
So you said you ain't seen.
I personally believe Sasaka was on something. That's my personal belief. I'm saying that without respect or whatever respect, he was on something definitely. And I said before that fight either happened, it don't matter. I said it don't matter. They was worried about us going over there, drug testing, going over there. And I was on record as saying, shit, it don't matter what he on. It don't matter what Devin on. I don't care about this so-called muscle build that he doing. We don't care nothing about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Our shit is organic. Our shit is natural. This shit came from the from the gods of the earth.
hey, listen. So this what I'm saying. This what I'm saying though. Now, you know, he's getting the best of the best training. I'm hearing he's in what they call it, the hydro chambers for recovery. Because you know, you're working out and tearing that.
We got all that. We got all that too now. We on all that. Now that ain't shit.
Whoa, what you mean y'all got all that? Y'all ain't got all that.
Yeah, we do.
I hear y'all doing it the old school way, chopping trees down with axes and running up mountains.
You know me, I'm a realist. Like some of the shit they got that they think they got over somebody, we got the same. Like I see him doing his own magnetic muscle pump and shit like that to control these muscles and heal them. And I see him fight with the suction cups. Y'all never seen him fight with the suction cup muscle shit on. Go watch some of his fights.
Oh, the suction cup. He got the little red circles around his.
Yeah, got the red circles and shit around.
That's for blood circulation. That's for blood circulation.
I know everything that's going on. These boys ain't ahead of nothing. They ain't ahead of nothing. They only ahead of motherfuckers in the crazy ass fans head.
No, but see. But listen,
Haney-Norman Jr. to lose head.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. There's levels to even the training. They got the suction cup for blood circulation. They got, you know what I mean? Like it does. They running up. They in high altitudes and Big Bear and Colorado and all. You get what I'm saying? There's levels to this. And another thing, I gotta say this. I want to throw something else at you because Bill ain't here to defend them, so I'm finna defend them for right. I'm finna hit you with something you can't come back with. Bill was the one, the visionary. We got to start calling Bill Haney the visionary. I'm gonna tell you why.
You gotta know about Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, over 2 years ago, he planted the seed in Terrence Crawford's head that he need to fight Canelo. He can beat Canelo, even when Crawford didn't believe that he can go up and do that because he thought Canelo was a little too big. But then he said he started looking at Canelo with the eagle eye. You know what the eagle eye is? The eagle can see. Can't nothing see better than the eagle or the eyes of the hawk or a hawk. So they started looking at it with the eagle eye. Then he went to sizing them up, analyzing his molecular structure, breaking them down. And then he realized, you know what? Bill Haney, right? I can whoop this dude. Are you afraid that because of Bill Haney's intellect and his ability to be able to have foresight in situations when it comes to boxing, you're not afraid that that's going to play a major part in this upcoming fight between your son and Devin Haney?
It's the exact opposite, to be honest with you. The exact opposite, to be honest with you, because I think Bill don't have just that. I think he was good in giving Terrence Crawford the idea for that fight.
Yeah,
I agree with him. I'm the one. I picked Terrence Crawford over Canelo too.
Yeah,
I'm on record saying the size wasn't gonna make a difference. I'm the one that said that Canelo wasn't a big guy; he was a small guy, and that's just by like there's no way in the world when it comes to weight because I was a very muscular guy, and I know what weight I was. And Canelo like 2 inches shorter than I am. So I'm like, bro, he can't be that big. You know what I'm saying? Because I was solid muscle. He can't be that big. I walked around at 185 and fought 168. So there was no way in the world, in my mind, that he could be that big.
All right. Okay. All right. So I just had to ask you that.
My bad. Let me finish. To finish it out was that Bill Haney is good with planning. He's good with whatever they got going on. He's not good with coming up with a new plan. He's not good with none of that. You feel me?
But he's a master strategist, though. The game plans that he put together, no one has been able to crack that code yet. He's a master. He's kind of like, back in the day, they used to have Kung Fu theater, and then, the sensei will go out there, he'll be doing battle and stuff. Then they go back to the dojo. You got the old wise man with the white beard, the master. You see what I'm saying? So Bill is like that. Bill is like the master in the old Kung Fu movies that can't nobody whoop. You get what I'm saying? But, his students get whooped, but they can't nobody whoop. So what I'm saying is you're dealing with that. That's the level of intellect when it comes to the boxing knowledge that you dealing with. You ain't done nothing on that level yet, fam. That don't mean y'all gonna lose, but I'm saying you ain't done nothing on that level. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I ain't done nothing on that level. So either you do or you don't. Hey, either you can or you can't. That's how I am when it comes to shit like that. Either you do or you don't, or you can or you can't. You take your pick. You feel me?
Oh, okay.
I say we can. They say we can't. We're gonna show them that we can. We ain't failed not one test that's been given us within this last year since people been hating us. We ain't failed one test that's been given us. But you got people praying on the downfall, praying that we fail these tests, because that's what they need us to do. They need to have these narratives. They need to have this one-dimensional. They need to have this slow feet. If you watching it from a boxing mind, you can watch any fight that Brian Norman Jr. and you will see him use his feet from time to time. You will see him stepping to the side. You will see him stepping out the way. You feel me? You will see him taking them to give them. You will see him doing all of that.
So you don't think you putting out just a little bit too much intel?
Nope, because ain't nothing they can do about it.
So you saying no matter what? Well, so what about?
There's nothing they can do about it.
Now you know they say once a fighter go up in weight, Devin Haney, he might have more power, more pop at 147 because he's not starving himself to make the smaller weights now.
And to me, that's always when you have two grown men in the ring, or even if it's a woman in the ring, and people get hit, they get hit in crazy places or whatever else. Mm-hmm. Outside of that, skill for skill wise, if it ain't divine in the bench, skill for skill wise, Devin Haney stands zero chance. He stands zero chance, in my opinion.
All right. So what you gonna do? You watch Dragon Ball Z?
I do not.
Okay, listen, let me tell you about Dragon Ball Z.
I know about Goku with all of them.
See, we got Goku, we got Black Frieza, we got. See, there's levels to this, right? So when Goku first started out, he was just a regular Saiyan. You know what I mean? He had the tail and all that. I've been watching Dragon Ball Z for a long time. He had the tail and all that. Yeah. But then over the years, Goku has reached like heavenly heights when it comes to power levels and stuff like that.
He got the glow now. He got the glow.
Saving universes, and he was trained by Wiz and Lord Beerus was training Vegeta. You get what I'm saying? So he's on another level. You got Ultra Instinct. Are you prepared for if Devin Haney comes to the ring and let's say you don't know nothing about Dragon Ball, but let's say he was to go Ultra Instinct Debo Dale, meaning he go to another level. You start to see that glow. You start to feel that pop, that speed, that footwork, that punching power. He go to hitting you from angles that you won't see coming because he learned a lot from fighting Lomachenko. So it's a good chance you may see some of that Lomachenko experience that he learned from Loma. You may see that in the ring against Shaw. How you gonna be prepared for that?
When I ask people, can they see Lomachenko beating Brian Norman Jr., right? Mm-hmm. They hesitate because when they think about it, that shit sound crazy. Mm-hmm. That's first of all. But then they got to go back to the skill level thing. And they say, no, the fuck you can't. You can't see Lomachenko beating Brian Norman Jr. No, you can't. In the mind of all minds, if he go in there and Brian Norman beat on Lomachenko, you can't see him beat. If you see Lomachenko in the middle of that ring and you can't see him beating, you can't.
No, I don't see no Lomachenko beating Brian Norman.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Anytime I ask even a Haney fan, when I'm on something, they pause. And you pause for a reason because you know damn well that shit don't make no sense. So in other words, that means every single fighter that he's faced, that Devin has faced, Brian Norman Jr. can beat him too. Every last fighter. I don't give a shit whether he's a leader or not. And they got 5 losses together. All these guys had to. If Jojo Diaz was he a name? Was he elite level?
Who, Jojo Diaz?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't on the elite level. No, he was.
Okay.
He was.
How about Jorge Linares with 35 years old, 36 years old?
He wasn't on the elite level.
How about the 38-year-old Gamboa that had already been knocked out 3 times and got knocked out by everybody? But wait, they got knocked out by everybody but Devin Haney. How about him?
No, he wasn't on.
38-year-old Gamboa that been knocked out by every single body but Devin Haney. 3 niggas. He had 3 losses. 3 niggas got him out of there, and Devin Haney let him last.
But I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you why. I got an explanation for that. Bill Haney he tell Devin not to go for the knockout because he wants to show the world that he can punish you for 12 rounds and frustrate you. So that's why Devin.
How many goddamn times he gonna do it?
Hey, look.
He's been doing it for 6 years. How many times you got to show us before we believe it's true? Shit.
Look.
Hey, We don't want to show the world but one goddamn time that we can be the elite boxer in there, and then we're gonna call the rest of them. We're gonna call the rest of them. They're gonna be scared too. That's what's gonna happen.
Wait. All I know what this is, because I asked Bill that question when Devin Haney fought Regis Prograis. I said, Bill, Regis Prograis' legs was wobbling all throughout that fight after you dropped him and stuff like that. He was ready to go.
30 plus years old. Let's get all that straight too.
30 plus years old. Yeah.
30 plus years old. Well, yeah, we're being 30, so he old too. So I mean, small, 5'6", 66, 67 inch long. People, I mean, you got to think it only matters when it matters to the one they want to talk about. It don't matter when it goes against they guy.
So
I talk so much because I know they're scared. I'm gonna keep you scared. You're gonna be scared to get in the ring. He's gonna get the hell on. He's gonna go to sleep. Go ahead.
So, but my point is that you make a valid goddamn point. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, damn, all right, JoJo Diaz, he wasn't elite when Devin fought him. That is true.
No.
Linares
wasn't elite.
That's what they were saying. He was old.
Lomachenko was old and had 2 losses. He was still good, but he was old and had 2 losses and arguably beat the man. Hurt the man. 135-pound small white man with 67-inch reach beat and hurt the man arguably by some people. So who are we talking about? Who is this elite person that we need to be worried about because he's just as good that he beat all these goddamn people? I'm looking for this elite fighter.
Well, he got the names. Okay, we gonna stay away from elite then. Okay. You got me there. You got me with the elite because when I think about it, Gamboa was 75. Let's see, Linares, he definitely wasn't elite.
Old as hell. It had 5 losses. And JoJo Diaz was old and had a lot of losses. Come on, man. What we talking about?
That. You know what, man? You make a valid point.
At least give me some substance, baby. Give me some substance.
I would.
Hey, wait. Brian Norman Jr. Same thing with the other guy. I said the same thing. I'm bringing the other guy because I said the same thing for the same motion or whatever, right? You got a Giovanni Sebastian. They like to say it's nobody who worked his way up to number 1 in the WBO right up under Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
So let's make that clear. He worked his way up to the number 1 in the WBO ranking under the great Terrence Crawford. Nobody's denying that Terrence Crawford is great anymore, right? We done killed that theory. We know he great. All right? So this guy made it right up under him. Brian Norman Jr., 32 years. The guy was 32 years old. He was in his hometown. He was 32-0. You understand? I don't remember Devin Haney fighting and beating anybody with over 30-plus fights and won. Do you?
Damn, bro, you ain't gonna lie, dog.
Do you?
Hey, Bill, I need a Haney fan. Y'all help me out, cause I'm sitting there thinking, right? I'm like, God damn, boy, this. I'm sitting up. You got me thinking. I'm like, damn, these dudes wasn't elite when he fought. They got names, but they wasn't elite.
No, they wasn't elite. They wasn't elite, and also none of them had 30-plus fights. 30-plus wins, not fights, but none of them had 30-plus wins. None of them was doing anything actively. None of them. Like, what we talking about? What we talking about? This is all because you hope. It's because you hope. What one boy said, we wish. We wish a nigga would. We wish.
Wish a nigga would.
We wish. Y'all on the wish factor, nigga. Y'all on the wish factor.
Okay. So who was the they you referring to? Who was the they you referring to that you say they want to see you lose?
All the Devin Haney fans, help us out.
Well, okay.
Read the chat. I want them to help me out.
Right.
I want to know. Because I study all day and all night. I know, again, I've been studying so much because I like to make sure I'm not tripping.
All right.
And Bill's solid. Devin's solid. Devin's recanting of what the fuck he's saying and just saying he going to do what he going to do and I'm going to do what I'm going to do as opposed to saying you levels above and making that same mistake twice. Tells me that I know what I'm talking about and all of y'all don't. That's what it tells me.
Man, look,
so help me out.
Hey, look.
I'm just one man. I'm one man. Make me wrong. Show me.
Hey, man, phone lines over, man. 530-494-9636. Devin Haney, we just want Devin Haney fans. Y'all call the show because he got me stuck. He got me stuck. Maybe y'all can help me out. I'm kind of stuck. Because I was talking about all he do was elite fighters, but then now that he got me thinking, I'm like, okay, JoJo Diaz wasn't elite when he Devin fought. Jorge Linares definitely wasn't elite. Let's see. Jose Ramirez.
2 losses and arguably beat him. 5'5".
Gamboa.
Come on, bro.
Regis
elite
Prograis.
fucking fighters
Hey,
at, people?
I ain't gonna lie. Regis Prograis arguably lost his fight before Devin Haney when he fought in Louisiana. I think he fought a Puerto Rican dude. That dude whooped him. He got a gift on that because I scored it for the other guy.
And then he came back and had a hard time with Jojo Diaz with 8 losses. Like, what we talking about, man? Get me out. I'm with y'all. Look, I'm on y'all side. Look, and the reason I say I'm on y'all side is because I'm a boxing fan. I'm a boxing fan first. I'm a boxing fan to the core. So I know on my end, being a boxing fan, I did what I was supposed to do with my fighter. I did what I was supposed to do with my champion. I did what I was supposed to do with my son. I did my part.
I got a Haney fan caller right now. Hold on.
Let's get it.
Hold on.
Call from.
Hold on. Hold on. I got it right here. Let's see, can we merge them together? All right. Caller, what's your name when you calling from? I got Brian Norman Sr. on the phone.
Yeah, this is Ted from the Inland Empire of California.
Ted from Cali.
Ted.
What up, man? Big fan of Brian Norman. He's been proving a lot to the boxing world. I think he's going to hurt Devin pretty bad. And I'm going to go and make a prediction. Obviously, by knockout, he's going to win. But that Devin is going to need somebody to blame after the loss. So I predict that he's going to put it on Bill and separate from Bill just a little bit. That's my prediction, and that's what I wanted to say. Thank you for listening.
Appreciate you, Bob.
Yes, sir. Let's give Ted a round of applause.
Yeah, round of applause. You know what? Now hold on. Here go props for Bill and Devin. Here go props for Bill and Devin. I like this, and this is what we got to separate because I always separated the props I gave Bill and Dev for doing what they're doing because I've always been online, giving them props, giving them for what they did and how they made a way and, how we were trying to follow the blueprint. Everything that Bill said was absolutely true. I'm one of them guys that ain't got a lot. They got a lot to get an advantage. I ain't got a lot to get no advantage. You feel what I'm saying? So when it comes to what he just said, this is one thing that I watch when I watch how Bill, and I'm not Bill, really Devin, how Devin interacts with Bill. Bill is at a point where Devin is the boss. And I'm saying this from personal experience right now. So my son is the boss. And it just kind of happens overnight. I was watching some sparring and shit or whatever else and how I talked to my son and how I treated him. He was my boy. He was my fighter. Now he's his own man. So I even talk to him different. Noticeably, like on the sparring and shit like that, like it's a whole different ball game. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you cuss him out and tell him certain shit or whatever the case may be. I don't come at him like that because we done had our little fallouts about shit like that and him, coming to me like that. So I'm going to say this, watching Bill and Devin interact, Bill has a respect for Devin and it's almost a fear. I'm just telling you what I see. It's almost you good? It's almost like an ass kissing type thing. For Devin. If y'all don't believe me, go watch. Go watch how you interact with Devin. It's like you kissing his son's ass. You feel what I'm saying? And I'll make it a point on my end to not do that. I don't kiss my boy ass. You feel what I'm saying? I'll make it a point to not do that because I watch shit like that. I'm like, I ain't kissing that. You kiss my ass. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not kissing your ass. We can keep it on a cordial whatever. Now, on Devin end, Devin has a profound respect for his daddy. And I'm saying that by watching how he look at him, watching how when he talk to him, watch how he's attentive. This is in the corner and with certain things. I've seen it on several different cases. So I don't think that I definitely don't think Devin gonna do that to Bill. I definitely don't see that. I think that Devin is blinded by Bill love. I think that as he should be. I don't think he's gonna do that to Bill.
All right, well, it is. Hey, man, phone lines open, man. 530-494-9636. Somebody called, but I didn't want to click over while you was talking. Yeah, somebody,
My bad.
y'all call in.
I just want to say that for my man. I personally don't see that coming, but anything is possible. We see it happen all the goddamn time. But I don't see that from Devin. Not from Devin.
Hold on. Matter of fact, they ain't calling. There ain't no Haney fans calling. So let me pull. Hold on. This might be him right here. This might be one right here. Hold on. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull up the chat. What the people saying in the chat? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah. Cliff from Connecticut.
Cliff from Connecticut. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. I'm listening to Norman Sr. talk about the resume of Devin, and I'm like,
it's like throwing stones when you live in a glass house because Devin's resume, let me get it out. Devin's resume is clearly better than your son's, but if you remove your son and you just speak upon the boxers in y'all age range, in y'all around y'all weight class or in any division, Devin has arguably the best resume, easily top 3 or 5. There, Tank, Shakur, T.O. could challenge Devin. Any of the boys, any of the champions around from 135 to 147, Devin has the best resume, and that's why you want this fight and you want his spot. So as good as resumes get, Devin has it at the age y'all are. So what are you talking about?
Okay, you say the age we are. We at 24 years old. Devin got the resume he got right now. You feel what I'm saying? So my son is 24 years old, making his 3rd title defense at 24 years old. Devin is 2 years older than Brian Norman Jr. So my question for you is, which one of the elite fighters? So who's the elite fighter that you talk about? Who's the elite fighter with his resume? Who are the ones we put on his resume? Who we talking about?
No, so what I'm saying is his resume.
No, who? Give it a name.
Hold on, Loma is the elite fighter, but who has elite fighters on their resume?
Okay.
Who's elite on Shakur's resume? Who's elite on Norman's resume?
I'm not talking about the guy. I'm not talking about the guy. We're gonna go right back to Loma. Did Loma have 2 losses? Yes or no?
He's a Hall of Famer.
Did he have 2 losses? Yes or no?
Yes.
Was he 35 years old?
He still won the title after Devin.
Was he 35 years old?
Still one of the best in the division.
Yes, man, you can't answer the question. So he was 135 pounds, right?
35.
Okay.
But he is 35.
Is it likely that a 135-pound man could go in the ring with a 147-pound man and do any kind of damage to him? Is it likely that would happen?
I don't see what's the point in that, because you can't go down to 35 and beat Loma.
Because I'm about to tell you the point is no matter what.
Big underdog versus Loma at 35.
Listen to this. No matter what you want, I don't even believe that. Do you realize we're not even a big underdog against Devin Haney? Devin Haney beat Loma. Devin Haney beat Loma, fool.
Yeah, but
Devin Haney beat Loma. Why are we not underdog against Devin Haney? So wait a minute. Wait, no. Based on your questions. Devin Haney beat Lomachenko, yes?
Yes.
Devin Haney is the underdog to Brian Norman Jr. Do you understand that?
Slightly, but do you understand he's coming off a devastating loss in a bad performance?
He's the underdog, yes or no? Lomachenko has been beat 3 times. Lomachenko has been beat 3 times. So whether he was scared to pull the trigger, whatever the case was, you can't tell me that we're going to go down to 135 and be an underdog against no damn Lomachenko.
Brian, Devin is coming up to your division for his first fight, coming off a devastating loss, and then coming off a terrible performance. And you guys are barely the favorite. You guys are.
He's about to get another devastating loss.
This is as close to a 50-50 fight according to the bookies as it gets.
Absolutely.
So how are you barely the favorite when you fucking got the title? Excuse my language.
Because hold on. How are we barely the favorite?
You're not above this guy. You need this.
Hold on. So how
right now,
are we barely the favorite?
You're barely respected. This will make you respected.
How are we barely the favorite when we fight, when we got the title? But the guy who's coming up is, he got people like you. Wait, he got people like you that can't see the truth. He got people like you that think he's so elite, that think he's so good, that think he's the best, that think he's the best in his generation, the best in his class of fighters when it comes to Ryan, when it comes to Shakur, when it comes to T.O., when it comes to Tank, that class. They think he's the best in that class. So he got charged.
No, I never say he's the best in the class. I say he has the best resume, arguably, in the class and around.
But the only person you gave was Lomachenko, and he lost to him by some people. So
who has anybody higher than Lomachenko? You don't get higher than that.
Higher? What you talking about?
But you don't get better than Loma.
But he arguably lost to him.
Well,
he arguably lost to him. And he was 35 years old. Lomachenko was 35 years old. So that one win, wait a minute. That one win that he pulled off
that most people thought he lost. And I was one of the ones who did say he lost, because I give him props when they do. And I came on and I definitely say he lost that fight. So most people think he lost a fight. The one fight that he lost that already had 2 fighters, and the guy was over 35 years old or better. And you telling me that one elite win is big enough to make him better than anything my son ever did. Hey man, look, opinions are like assholes. Yes. Everybody got one to hear what it is.
Let me respond to that. He's definitely better than anything your son has ever did. And damn, you're making me forget what I was gonna say. So basically, your son beats Devin, then he still has a shitty resume because you're taking away from Devin and who he is. So right now, you already have not done nothing. Now, if you beat Devin, you're telling me after that you still ain't done nothing.
But guess what? I'm expecting that anyway. Because I know how the boxing game goes.
So after you beat Devin, you expect us to look at your resume and say, Norman still has to beat nobody.
I don't give a fuck what you look at my resume and say. Don't you understand that?
That's the narrative you're making.
No. Listen to what I'm going to say. Listen to what I'm going to say real quick. It doesn't matter what you say. The great Terrence Crawford, pound for pound best, still get shitted on even after he just did what he did. Why would I give a fuck about what a guy from Connecticut is on the fucking internet saying to me?
Those are dumb people. Terrence deserves all the props in the world. And even Canelo.
Did you hear my point, though? My point is, why the fuck would I care about what a dude from Connecticut is on his own phone right now saying to me?
You ain't gotta care, man.
But that's what I'm saying.
You don't gotta care about what I say. You're not supposed to care what I say.
But that's what you just brought up.
It ain't like, it's not like it's like personal like that. It's just sports talk, like, you know what I'm saying? And the way I see it is, Devin is clearly done more in the sport. He's a bigger name than your son. He's the best thing on your son's resume. You need this win to cement yourself. You are like there. You're like knocking on the door to get in that club with those kids. You know what I mean? The TOs and all them other dudes. But this is the win that's gonna get you through the door. So act like it. You are almost a challenger as a favorite. Like you're almost a challenger even though you got the title. Like Devin is like the A side as a defender. Come on, man, you know what it is. But I'm not gonna take up the whole show. I respect you. I respect your son, and I think Devin will beat y'all.
All right, we'll show you. Make sure you call back in.
All right, salute, fam. All right. So. You heard from one of Devin Haney's strongest supporters, B. He said that y'all are kind of like the challenger, even though y'all have the title. So you get what I'm saying? That's what the brother said. Hold on.
The passion in the voice.
Hold on. B, you heard me?
Yeah. You hear me?
Yeah, I go ahead. Repeat what you said.
Did you hear the passion in his? Did you hear the passion in his voice?
I heard the passion. Like
you heard the passion in his voice.
I heard the passion. Yes, very passionate.
Yeah. So that's my point. They need with a passion. They need Devin to win this fight. They need us to lose. They need to keep Brian Norman Jr. where he at. They need this.
If they are fans of Devin Haney, of course they want him to win, and they need him to win.
No. They need this. Fucker won't. They need it.
Why they need? Okay, why they need it? Why you say they need it?
Because that's how they coming out with this passion. They need it. They need it. They need to be able to talk the shit they're talking. They need to have a so-called. You just heard the man talking about elite. Yeah. You heard the man talking about elite and the this and the that.
He could come up with a bunch. He said Loma.
Huh?
He said Loma, but Loma was 35 when Devin fought.
Yeah, Loma 35. Okay, nobody said Loma wasn't the lead. Nobody said you feel what I'm saying? Loma was old. Yeah. Like, but look, and this is what people don't even realize. Heavyweight, 168, 175, 190. Age, my bad. Age doesn't affect them the same way as it does smaller fighters, 147 and below. Mm-hmm. 154, you can get away with some, at the older age because you're slower.
Right.
The fight, the pace is slower. The fight game is slower. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. The smaller you go, the faster you are. The smaller you go, the more elusive and the more agile you got to be. That gets affected. The more time you got, that gets affected with your age. You feel what I'm saying? These people calling me, you think you're going to tell me about boxing? You think you gonna tell me? No, you ain't finna sit here and tell me about no damn boxing. You feel me?
Well,
You're not finna tell me about the sport that I know.
What I know, what you was you were a retired boxer yourself, so you actually, I do get your point on that. But these people are passionate about Debo Dale. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Like Debo Dale, you get what I'm saying, Mr. Tuck Your Chain. You know, you Mr. What you got on my 40 homie. You get what I'm saying? I just don't like the fact that you put Bill Haney in hiding. That's all I'm saying. I don't like the fact that you did that because I've never seen Bill. Never. Like, bro, like I've been on YouTube for over 4.5 years. Oh, next January will be 5 years I've been on YouTube. And every time that Haney had a fight, I've always heard Bill talking shit all the way up until the fight. This is the first fight that I've ever seen that he went radio silent. I don't know what you said to him, what's going on, but I think they really taking it serious because he ain't never done that. Never. He's never been ghost. Never. I ain't never seen it. Never.
This is I mean, look, damn, I lost my whole damn train of thought. I lost my whole train of thought.
No, but what I was saying was I ain't never seen that. Like, you know, I don't know if it's, you know, I ain't never seen him this quiet. Like he didn't do it with Loma, he didn't do it with Cambosis, he didn't do it with Linares.
I understand.
He didn't do it with Jojo Diaz. He didn't do it with Regis Prograde. You remember that, you know, like nowhere. Like this is
all bullshit aside, I completely understand. All bullshit aside. And I'm just getting here. This ain't something I thought about before. I'm just getting here listening to you and me tapping into my father's side. I understand. I just made this interview yesterday and I was talking about how nervous I was until I figured out B really just could do what he could do. But being in there with a puncher like that, like I said, I thank God that I'm on the side of having the puncher. But I understand. Like your son, you just to see your child, to see your flesh and blood. You know what I'm saying? He could really get hurt in there. Ain't nobody got time to play no games out here with that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I can play these games because I know who we going against. And that's not to say that Debbie can't knock nobody out. No. I'm not saying that to be playing about. I'm going to clean that up right now.
Yeah.
Because as you're a grown man, you always got a chance. You feel what I'm saying? You got a fighting chance. Like Jaime Munguia got knocked out by a dude with 4 knockouts. Like that's never a sure thing. People get caught for certain things, certain ways, and shit happens. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, I call that divine intervention or whatever else. But like I said, a lot of what we dealing with, I can play. I know what I'm looking at. Bill heard me talking. He hear me talking. He knows I know what I'm looking at. Because the facts that I'm telling y'all, when the people who like to dismiss me when I start talking, as soon as I start talking, Bill listen to what I say. And he know it's the fucking truth.
Yeah.
What I say is his job to listen to me. He know I'm telling the motherfucking truth.
Yeah,
but
Bill,
on the other side, like I said, I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, Bill listens to everything. He don't went radio quiet. He listens to everything. But he probably listens to the show right now more than likely. However, I've never seen that you the first person I've ever seen shut him down. Like to have him quiet, like go quiet like this here. So I'm just like, man, I don't know. That right there, and you letting people know there's a lot that's going on in the background because people online don't know. They just fans of the fighter and they don't know the behind the scenes shit. They really don't know. And you let people know, hey, there's a lot going on. You know, the Haney's doing recon right now.
They're making 50 and 40. They're making 50 and 4. We ain't even seen the 50, but we done seen the 4. We don't know about the 50 wins, but we know about the 4 goddamn losses your ass.
Hey, but look, hey, B, look, man. Hey, are there any parting words you would like to say before I let you go?
No, man. I hope, you know, that this is Bill. I know you listening, bro, man. I understand where you're coming from, big dog. I honestly just got here. I understand where you're coming from. I can't make no promises, but I hope they both come out safe and they both get home safe, just like we got over there safe. Man, you still got some unfinished business that we gonna take care of one way or the other after this fight, sir. We'll deal with that later. But bottom line is, man, you know, good luck to you. Good luck to both of them, man. Hopefully we have a good fight. Get the fans a good show. Get the fans what they want to see. 2 fighters going in there. 2 young fighters. That's something you don't see. two young
Two
fighters.
young fighters,
Respect Dev for taking this fight. Respect for Brian Norman Jr. for taking this fight. So it's two fighters, you know, at a young age that think they're the best, believe they're the best. Both of them got undefeated records. They putting their face on the line. They putting their life on the line. They putting their livelihood on the line. So respect to both fighters, man, and may the best man win. And shit, I'll see y'all November 27th.
All right, man. Shout out to Brian Norman Jr. and Brian Norman Sr. Let's give him a round of applause. Yeah, man. I like that. Yeah, you know what? Hey, bro, I was kind of rolling a little bit, but then we went to talk about elite. And I'm like, damn, okay, you know what? He say, okay, was Jose Ramirez elite when he fought him? I'm like, nah, he wasn't elite. No, he dancing with elite. Jojo, what about Jorge Linares? Nah, he dancing with elite. Basically, I guess Devin got the names. He got the names, but the fighters wasn't elite when he fought. You know what I mean? I don't think they was ever elite in their career. I think the only one that probably ever elite was probably Lomachenko. Lomachenko had an elite period in his life, whatever, from an elite fighter standpoint. But I don't, you know what, now that I think about it, I don't think there's not a point in Jojo Diaz's career, Jorge Linares, Jose Ramirez, Gamboa was elite, but that was back when Crawford fought him. That was 2014, 2013, 2012. He was elite around that time. He ain't been elite since. You know what I mean? Around that was a long time ago. So when I sit back and I thought about it, I'm like, okay, he got the names. But yeah, I see what he's saying. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Yeah, I see what he's saying. I see what he's saying. That's a valid point. Even when the brother called here, Clifton argued for Devin Haney's behalf, he couldn't think of number one fight. He said Lomachenko. He only said Loma. You get what I'm saying? I don't think nobody will argue that. You know, shout out to Jamal. Dropping out quarter of a dub. He said, Coach, that guy Cliff disappeared off of the Boston Boys after Border Wars pulled out. Now he shows up on your show because guys looking for him, shaking my head, not credible. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you saying Cliff was supposed to be a part of Border Wars, but he pulled out? Oh, see, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that. Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know that, fam. Hey, shout out to Jamal. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a dub.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
You did.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, I did. Regis Prograde was, I ain't gonna lie. Regis Prograde lost his fight. Y'all remember the fight Regis Prograde had prior to Devin Haney? He fought in Louisiana. He fought in New Orleans. I mean, Regis lost that fight, bro. I ain't gonna lie. We went live for that fight. I was like, man, Regis lost his mother. I think Regis lost that fight, bro. He got a gift. He got a gift from that fight. But it was a close fight, though. It was a close fight. But yeah, he didn't look good at all. And then Devin Haney just kind of like did what he wanted to do with him. You get what I'm saying? Slapped him around, played with him. Devin Haney could have stopped Regis Prograde. And that's what I was telling Bill. I say, look, if you want to make a statement, you're supposed to do something to a fighter that's never been done to them. Stop him. You could have been the first one to stop him. And Bill was like, no, well, you know, we didn't want to do that. I gave Dev instructions. He followed the game plan. I told him to stick to the game plan and don't worry about stopping him. Just show him that we can box 12 rounds without getting hit with the left hand. Because we kept getting hit with the left hand. We fought Lomachenko. So because we kept getting hit with the left hand, I wanted to show the critics that we can go 12 rounds without getting hit with the left hand. That's what Bill said. But that to me, that's some bullshit.
True.
Because if I can get a nigga out of there, if I can get a motherfucker out of there in 5 and 6 rounds, I ain't trying to go 12 rounds with him. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Big John Doe. If I can get you, shout out to Buck Nasty and Willie Sumlin, and some in November. If I can get you out of there in 5 or 6 rounds, why do I want to go 5 or 6 more rounds with you? I'm just saying. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You dig? If I can get your ass out of there, I'm gonna try to stop you. I don't think any fighter would do that. You get what I'm saying? But you know, what you say, Willie? Yeah, ain't no overtime. Ain't no overtime. You got to get him out of there. Hey, shout out to Tila. Shout out to Tila. You get what I'm saying? La Jessica, what you say? You said, but he kept getting hit with left hooks with Ryan Garcia. You know what, though? I'm going to tell you. Hey, shout out to Jamal. Jumping out $2 super chat. He said 2 times. Yes, sir. Shout out to Jamal. What you say? Hold on. What you say? What La Jessica at? Where you at, sis? I just saw you. I just saw La Jessica. She said, but then he kept getting hit with left hooks with Ryan Garcia, with Ryan. Yeah. But you know what, though? I know Ryan Garcia was on the Osterin. But if you look at it from a size standpoint, Jessica, they measured up. There was really no advantages. I don't think neither fighter had. I think Ryan Garcia probably had more punching power, but however, I don't think there was really no advantages. And I think, what I think, as I said before in that fight, you remember when Devin was doing interviews and Bill was doing interviews, he said, we going to step to Ryan Garcia. Because I was like, guess what? That was my fault, though. I take the blame for that. If any Devin Haney fan want to be upset, y'all can be upset with me because it was my fault. Because I was the reason why Devin Haney them fought that game plan. You get what I'm saying? Because I got it on tape. I got the phone call. Y'all remember when I called Bill? I had Bill on the phone, and I was like, Bill, man, y'all got to step to this dude. Y'all got to stop Ryan Garcia. Because Ryan Garcia was getting very disrespectful online. He was talking about Bill Haney. He was talking about him and Devin Haney's religion. He was talking about Islam. He was calling Devin Haney a pimp. He was calling Bill a pimp, saying he was on snoring and this and that. So he was being so disrespectful. I was like, look, man, when y'all fight Ryan Garcia, you can't be doing that tap, 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 grab, tap, 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 grab. No, you got to step to this dude because this dude is being very disrespectful. Now, y'all know I can pull the video up. Y'all know. Y'all been watching this show a long time. I used to pull that video up all the time. I got the actual video. I say, hey, Bill, this is how I started the phone call out. He said, hello? He said, I say, hey, Bill. He said, yeah, what's up, brother? What's up, Aki? I say, hey, Bill, hey, look here, man. They talking about you, dog. They talking about you. That's exactly what I said, how I started that conversation off. He said, what they saying? What they saying? I say, man, but you got to stop this dude because Ryan Garcia getting out of hand. And he went to going on saying, yeah, we going to stop him. Devin said, I'm going to step to him. I'm going to do A, B, C, and D. So he went in come to find out it was the wrong game plan. It was actually the wrong game plan. I set them boys up for failure on not knowing though. I didn't know, not knowing that the fight was going to turn out the way it turned out. I was under the impression that, Dev can get in there and make it do what it do, but the left hook, the first 20 seconds of the fight, the first 20 seconds of the round, how come he got hit with that left hook? And then he stumbled back and almost went. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, damn. So I think in that fight, now Devin won most of the rounds in that fight against Ryan Garcia. He won most of the rounds. But what hurt him was the knockdowns. The knockdowns what hurt him. Ryan Garcia didn't look good at all in that fight. If you look at, I looked at that fight 3 times. I'm like, Ryan Garcia was turning his back on Devin, doing the booty roll, bending over. He looked tired during that fight. And then, he didn't really look all that great. But then the rounds he looked good in was the rounds he dropped Devin Haney. I think he dropped him in like 3 rounds or something like that. Go back and look at it. Go back and look at it, dog. The man was huffing and puffing. Ryan looked tired, all that stuff. The rounds he won, I gave him the first round because he caught Devin with that left hook. That was the most telling point of the round. Ain't nothing really happened that first round. You got to get it Ryan Garcia. And then the other 3 rounds, I think he dropped them in. So those were the rounds he won. I think it was 2 or 3 rounds he dropped them in. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, Ryan Garcia looked like trash that fight, bro. Go back and look. He was doing the booty roll. The man was doing the booty roll. Y'all remember when he fought doggone, what the dude name was? What the dude name he fought before Devin Haney? Oscar Duarte. Remember he kept doing the booty roll, turning around, bending over, busting it wide open. He was bending over, touching his toes and all that stuff there in the middle of the ring. He was doing that against Devin Haney. He was balling over, bending over, and Devin was hitting him in his back. When he turned his back, Devin was hitting him in the back, trying to hit him in the kidneys, but he wasn't hurting him. But he was hitting him as hard as he can, but he wasn't hurting him to the body. And the referee had to come in there and break it up. I'm like, man, the man keep turning his back, man. The man keep turning his back. This is the last call, because this is the last call. The man kept turning his back. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? You the last call.
Yo, this Reese from East Oakland.
Reese, talk to me.
Yo, Coach, what's the one thing that the two controversial fights Dev had, what do they have in common?
Well, the controversial fight, the only one I know is Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia had PEDs in the system.
And Lomachenko, right? The fight that a lot of people say that they thought he lost, which was controversy.
Yeah.
And the Garcia fight, correct.
Right.
And you know what's one thing about those two fights that I was trying to hit you up when you had Big Norm online, because I really wanted to get at him about this. They got to make sure Harvey Doc, dirty ass, ain't the fucking ref when he fight Norman. Because Harvey Doc, dirty ass, was in that fucking Lomachenko fight. He was fucking saving him. Get up, Dev. With the and breaking Lomachenko, wouldn't let Lomachenko work in the clinch, in which Lomachenko, that was one of his, strong suits.
Right.
He worked good in the clinch. He was beating on Tio in the clinch in the second half of the fight. Garcia, every time Garcia was inside, he would break him up. I feel like Harvey Doc was one of them. What's that ref you always talking about? Sam Cheatham.
Yeah, Tim Cheatham. Yeah, like somebody the coach. Somebody what the judge. Tim Cheatham, the judge.
Yeah, dirty ass man. Yeah, dirty ass motherfucker, man. He for sure on the Haney side, man. Them two fights. That's one thing I know about them two fights. It was Harvey Doc dirty ass. Make sure that motherfucker is not on the real though, coach.
I gotta go back and look at that. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, Big Norman. I know you still listen. Make sure when y'all negotiate or when y'all working, y'all doing your whole little, our business shit. Make sure Harvey Doc is not the motherfucking ref, because clearly he could be bought. And yeah, Coach, that's all I wanted to say. Shout out to you and shout out to the Normans, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Harvey Doc, huh? Reese made a valid point. What y'all think about that? Y'all think so? Harvey Doc. I didn't think about that, fam. Harvey Doc, huh? Oh, Harvey. 5. Somebody in the chat say 5. Get up, Haney. Get up. All right, rub it. Back up. Brian, back your ass up before I disqualify you. Yeah, so yeah, Harvey Doc. All right, so we going down the conspiracy rabbit hole. Okay, we got Harvey Doc. You know what? Check this out. You know which referee I like? What's the name of the ref when Canelo and Crawford fought each other? What's the name of that ref right there? Anybody in the chat? When Canelo and Crawford fought each other, what's the name of that ref right there? Bro, I didn't even notice he was in the ring. Do you notice that? That's what you call a good, clean fight. You got a good, clean fight. When the referee, you don't even, shout out to Trey, shout out to G6, you don't even notice a referee in the ring. Oh, what you say, Miss Connie? You say Thomas Taylor? Yeah, we got to get Thomas in there. Thomas Taylor, let's write his name down. Let's write his name down. Thomas Taylor. Let's get him in there. He got to be the best. He got to be the best referee in the game. Listen, that fight was so good. That fight was so good. We didn't even notice the referee was in the ring. That's how a fight's supposed to be refed. But I'm gonna tell you why we didn't notice the referee in the ring. We didn't see too much of clinching, grabbing, and holding by Terrence Crawford and Canelo. When they fought on the inside, they let their hands go on the inside. Very seldom you see anybody clinch. They got close a couple of times and clinched. Canelo lifted Crawford up off the mat, picked him up in the air, and because he was getting frustrated. He do that when he get frustrated. He did that with Bivol as well, picking him up in the air and stuff like that. But outside of that, when they got on the inside, they wasn't doing no grabbing or holding. Crawford wasn't trying to grab Canelo. Canelo wasn't trying to grab Crawford. They were letting their hands go on the inside. Mid-range, same thing. So I think it had a lot to do with the style fight as well. Like, hey man, referee just let them fight. Hey, Miss Connie, the referee, what's his name, Thomas Taylor, he just let them fight. Hey, look here, man, y'all go at it, bro. Y'all go at it. I'm hoping that this fight right here with Brian Norman and Devin Haney, I'm hoping the referee let them fight. No, we're gonna let y'all fight. Y'all go at it. Y'all settle it in the ring. I'm not gonna be breaking y'all up every 2 seconds. Y'all get on the inside. Y'all fight it out. Y'all fight it out. I hate fights to where the referee constantly jumping in. Now, if you got 2 niggas who just want to make love, it's obvious that 2 niggas just want to make love. If they just like, I'm holding you, you holding me, and we slow dancing in the middle of the ring and ain't no action, then you gotta look, man, y'all got to fight. All this making love, y'all got to throw hands. You get what I'm saying? So the reason why I'm excited about this fight, because I honestly believe that Devin Haney is going to go in there and try to win. And I believe that Brian Norman going to try to win. I think this gonna be a fight, bro. I honestly think this. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm going off of my gut feeling. Devin Haney, the only shot to win this fight, he's going to have to box him. And what I mean by that, he's going to have to fight him the way he fought Jose Ramirez. The only problem is he's not going to get a win in Saudi Arabia fighting him. Put it this way: if Devin Haney, the only way Devin Haney can win this fight, from my position, from what I'm seeing, is he got to put on a Jose Ramirez type performance. The style fight that he used fighting Lomachenko, don't fight Brian Norman like that. You don't want to be there, not in the kitchen. You do not want to be there. Whatever you do, don't be there in the kitchen with that boy. It ain't gonna end well, right? He's going to have to fight him. The Regis Prograis style ain't gonna work because Regis was just standing there. Regis got froze. Brian's stepping. He gonna step. So he's a stepper. So he gonna step. So, and then both of them got the same arm reach. So there's really no advantages. You get what I'm saying? But the boy from Georgia got a lot of goddamn. That boy can crack. However, I'm thinking he's going to have to put a Jorge Linares type performance. He's going to have to do that. The question is, will that win him the fight over there in Saudi Arabia? Because William Skull did that same thing against Canelo, and he lost against Canelo fighting that style. Because they don't like that style over there in Saudi Arabia. They don't like that at all. Did you get what I'm saying? They don't like that style. So I think the type of referee that Turkey is going to have, they're going to have a ref that's going to let them bang. Don't be quick to break it up if they in the clinch. If they let them fight to get their way out of the clinch. Let them fight to get their way out of the clinch. We don't want all that. We don't want all that hugging and making love. We ain't doing that. We need a ref. Who's gonna let these boys fight. Let's give them a round of applause. Yeah, that's what we need. We need a ref that's gonna make these boys fight.
What about Rocky Marciano? Oh, there they go. Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out their ass. That's the one. Rocky Marciano. Let me tell you something wonderful. Rocky Marciano was good, but compared to Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano ain't shit. He beat Joe Louis's ass.
Yeah, if Devin Haney fight Brian Norman like he fight Jose Ramirez, that's his only chance of winning, but I don't see him winning that fight. Not like that. Not in Saudi Arabia. He got to fight, bro. He gonna have to fight, bro. He gonna have to, as simple as that. He gonna have to fight. He gonna have to bite his gum shield, which is his mouthpiece. He gonna have to fight. This gonna have to be a fight because that Jose Ramirez style, don't nobody like that shit. Cause like I told Bill, he ran that fight. I don't give a fuck what Bill say. He said sweet science. Sweet science is what I saw Terrence Crawford and Canelo. Sweet science is what I saw Crawford did. That was the sweet science. What Devin did against Ramirez was running. I told Bill that to his face when I interviewed him. No, man, I ain't. You know what I mean? Because I don't watch too much boxing. What Pernell Whitaker did with Julio Cesar Chavez, that was sweet science. You get what I'm saying? I can give you a million sweet science examples, and I can give you some running examples. You get what I'm saying? So hell, even what the dude name, even Clifton from Connecticut called here, diehard Devin Haney fan. He said, yeah, that was Devin Haney's worst performance. Why that was his worst performance? Why did he say that? He said that for a reason. Devin Haney won, but why was it his worst performance? So that's the only way he can win. The only problem is, in my opinion, that's how he's going to have to outbox him. The only problem is, can he get that? Can he get a win against Brian Norman like that in Saudi Arabia? And, you know, they don't like that shit over there, bro. Now, if he can fight, if Devin Haney can fight, if he can put on a Crawford-like performance against Brian Norman, fight him, box him mid-range, and then beat him on the inside. You know, he showed different things. He showed I could outbox you on the outside. I can invite you in, catch you with some shots. I can box you mid-range and beat you. And I can box you on the inside and beat you. If he can do that to Brian Norman, that's how he go. That's how I see him winning that fight. But if he stick to what he did with Jose Ramirez, he can win like that. But I don't know if they would allow him to get that. If they would allow him to win over there like that. Because they don't, I can tell you, they don't like that shit, bro. They don't like that at all. Because it's like, nah, they don't like that at all. Like, for real, though. They don't like that at all. So he can win that. He can, probably people's over here in America, he can get a win like that. But I don't know about over there.
Yep, that's right. I'm running things. I'm running things. Cream corn. That's why they call me that. Smooth. I got more measure for your pleasure. Stick with me, baby. I'll have you farting through silk. And let a nigga mess with me. I'll jump on him. All 93 pounds of pure dynamite.
You get what I'm saying? So I'm me personally. I'm just anxious. I'm anxious to see like what the game plan. You know, I want to see this fight, bro. I honestly do want to see this fight, bro. For real.
I felt like a Spanish, like a Puerto Rican in this hair. I felt Puerto Rican. Y'all know I love me some Puerto Rican. I felt Puerto Rican in this. Rican.
And shout out to the Puerto Ricans. And shout out to the Bronze Bomber.
Don't ever forget, when I found you, you was strung out on coke. When I found you, you was like a big house, contemplating about killing yourself. So don't you ever forget who brought you to Big Time Box. I drugged you back. I brought you back. I provided food and put food on your table for your family to eat. And I'm doing it for the second time. So don't you ever forget that.
Yeah, we saw that worked out. we saw that worked out. He talking about, yeah, it is what it is. Hey man, let's give everybody a shout out. Shout out to doggone, shout out to Jamal. Hey, okay. Shout out to Green Eyes P. Hey, okay. Shout out to Omar. Salute to you, brother. Hey, okay. Tune, salute fam. Hey, okay. The one Mr. Ham, and shout out to Mr. T. Hey, okay. Let's get a super chat as a round of applause. Yeah. Yeah, man. Y'all remember this here. There's levels to this. There's levels. You ain't got to believe me. If you don't believe it's levels, go Google it.
Don't everybody believe in Google? Go Google that shit.
There's levels to this. Bro. But every time I hear a motherfucker say levels, they get their ass whipped. Like, for real, though. We're like, again, I ain't going to say every time, but it just reminded me of Edgar Berlanga when he was sitting in front of Hamza Shiraz, and he would tell Hamza Shiraz that I'm your Canelo, and there's levels to this, and I went 12 rounds with Canelo, and he banked on his experience versus Canelo. And I'm like, man, well, sometimes the guy who got the most experience don't always win. Like, you know, a lot of times you gotta analyze it. Like, you know, okay, what the hell does that mean? You know, because we've been seeing a lot of these strong man arguments been getting blowed up. We've been seeing niggas with experience getting their ass whooped who got the more experience. We've been seeing dudes who's supposed to be the bigger guy losing to the quote-unquote smaller guy. We've been seeing dudes lose who got a better resume. He got all the names on his resume. The other guy don't have the names. We've been seeing them dudes with all the resumes getting their ass whipped. We've been seeing what else? What else we've been seeing? We've been seeing dudes who's supposed to be levels above somebody else. Y'all remember levels, right? Y'all remember this? Where's she at? Y'all remember this? Hold on. Where's she? Hold on. Let's pull her up. Let's pull her up right quick. Y'all remember this. Let's pull her up right quick. And listen, you get what I'm saying? So all the shit we've been hearing about levels and experience and the dudes who got the weak resumes. Well, the dude, we just saw a dude we just saw a dude, quote unquote, who had a weak resume, was the smaller guy that was shinny, that ain't fought nobody, that was old, coming off a layoff. We saw how that worked out. You get what I'm saying? So well, I say all that to say this. It's a lot of these experts who made these expert picks, and it's like it just blowed up a lot of the norms. Hold on. Let me pull this chick up right quick. Really, so I'm saying all that to say this. Really, you got to take this shit on a fight-by-fight basis. There she go right there. There go Liza. There she go right there. There she go. Ooh, Lord have mercy. There she go, boy. Ooh, Lord have mercy. There she go. I like playing this. I'm gonna make this a part of my soundboard. Because she funny. I ain't gonna lie, she funny. She funny than the motherfucker. Every time I hear this, I'm like, boy, all this cliche shit that I've been hearing, all these bullshit Superman stories that I've been hearing.
I am sick of hearing these bullshit Superman stories about the Wassa legendary Bruce Leroy catching bullets with his teeth. Catches bullets with his teeth? Nigga, please.
Yeah, y'all remember this? Y'all, hold on. Let's talk levels. Y'all remember this?
Out of your fucking mouth, Terrence Crawford. There's levels to this, and his levels above you. Keep Canelo's name out of your fucking mouth, Terrence Crawford. There's levels to this, and his levels above you.
So I'm hearing levels. I'm hearing levels, right? This is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing levels. And then when I go here, hold on. Then when I go here, we heard Hamza Shiraz. We heard Edgar Berlanga tell Hamza Shiraz that. Then when I go here,
how much muscles you got, how much power you got, I will show him. I know he has power. We all know they got power. But against guys we've never seen before. We've never heard of these guys before. So I will show him that, power is good. Muscles is good. He's a muscle. He got a lot of muscles, but muscles don't win fights at the high level.
Bro, that this is my first time that I'm fighting a guy that's younger than me. It will show just how much levels I am above him.
And we are having a ball, man. Okay. Bless that, Mateo.
All right. So we got levels right there. We got levels. You get what I'm saying? You ain't gotta believe me. Go Google it.
Don't everybody believe in Google? Go Google that shit.
You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Jamel. Shout out to Jamal Charlo as well. It is what it is.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
You dig? I'm gonna give everybody a shout out right after these messages. Hey man, shout out to Mr. Tomato Can. Gold Rush. Shout out to LJ Wright. Shout out to Green Eyes P. Summer in November. Shout out to Mika Lovem. Shout out to Willie. G6. Shout out to G5 in the Bronx. Shout out to Trigger Trey in the building. Shout out to Dre Day. Shout out to Brian Norman Sr. man for coming on the show, man. I really appreciate him. Shout out to Clifton. Shout out to True Culture. Shout out to Shy. Shout out to La Jessica. The lovely Miss Connie. Daniel Agnew was in the building. Yeah, shout out to the natural. Yeah, so y'all gotta forgive me. Y'all gotta forgive me if I don't start, if I don't start running with this level shit and weight classes for a reason, and the more skilled big guy always beat the more skilled smaller guy. Like, bro, like I ain't listening to none of that shit. None of that, bro. Those are straw man arguments at best. And you get what I'm saying? I ain't trying to hear none of that, bro. Like right now, bro. Like, no, we finna styles make fights. That's one thing that's always true. All this other stuff is superficial, but styles always make fights. That's one thing that's always true. Like what you can do, like what you may be able to do, the King Kong, you probably can't do that same thing to Godzilla. You get what I'm saying? What you can do to Poach Chop Willie, you probably can't do that to Whole Head Cheese. What you can do to Whole Head Cheese doesn't mean that you can do that to Hobo Sam. What you can do to Hobo Sam don't mean you can do it to Shawty Big Nuts. You get what I'm saying? What you can do to Megatron, you probably can't do that to Optimus Prime. What you can do to the GoBots, you probably can't do to Voltron. What you can do to Voltron, you probably can't do to Lion-O. What you can do to Lion-O, you probably can't do to Skeletor or Mum-Ra or He-Man. You get what I'm saying? Styles make fights, regardless of what. Because I can't talk for a nigga. His fans can't talk for him. We can talk about resumes. We can talk about A-side. We can talk about who making the most money. We can talk about Lambos with through-a-thigh doors. We can talk about YouTube channels who back their favorite fighters, this and that. All that shit don't mean a goddamn thing. What means something is the style. What does the style look like when they fight each other? Stylistically, do we match up? Yeah, man, this stylistically, this shit look like a motherfucker. Because everything you weak at, he's strong at. And everything he's strong at, you weak at. And everything that he weak at, you might be strong at. And everything that he's strong at, you may be weak at. So you get what I'm saying? Like that shit don't mean that. Because we don't know, okay, how this motherfucker gonna respond when we get caught with something? How you gonna respond? How the fight gonna play out? This, you get what I'm saying? So that's what matter. All the other shit don't mean a goddamn thing. True. Yeah, I ain't never seen a resume win a fight. And I always said this on this show. When people go to talk about resumes and, well, this guy ain't did this and that, I say, bro, I ain't never seen a resume win no goddamn fight. It's a straw man's argument. It sounds good. You get what I'm saying? But who you like, though? You know what I mean? Because I'm looking at the style. I'm looking at the footwork. I'm looking at, okay, damn, what does he normally have a tendency to do? How does he respond when he get caught with something? Okay, goddamn, okay, what about this guy? Can he cut the ring off? All right, if he cut the ring off, then what? If he get mid-range, how this gonna work out? What does he normally do when the guy get too close to him, and he get uncomfortable? Does he normally duck his head down and grab and try to clinch? And then who the referee is? Is he gonna let him fight out of the clinch? Like, it's a whole lot of stuff I be looking at, bro. It's a whole lot of stuff I be looking at before, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Okay, I can see a path to victory. Now, I can't control the judges. Now, I can say, you know what, man, I don't trust these goddamn judges. If this is a close fight, they're gonna try to rob you, bro. I can say that. Anything with Tim Cheatham and Max DeLuca and what the dude named Master Luca, anytime them two mofos together, man, shit, who the ace, which fighter got the bigger name and notoriety? This fighter got the bigger name and notoriety. Okay, cool. I'm gonna tell you like I told Bud. Now, you know when you step in this ring, you're gonna be down 0 rounds to 2. You're gonna be down 2-0 when you step in the ring. You already know that, right? You know that, right? Because this dude is a house fighter. He the Vegas fighter. He the one that's the biggest draw. They gonna get you automatically gonna be down 2 rounds. I'm telling you that off the rip. So even if you win, I don't know if you can win. I don't know if you gonna win like that. If it go to decision, so you got to do some hellified shit. The winner decision gets this dude. But I'm riding with you 7 days a week, twice on Sunday. I got you winning. But I'm just saying, I don't think you can. You got goddamn Tim Cheatham over there. Tim Cheatham ain't for you. I can tell you that right now. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So that's the reality of the situation. Shout out to G5. Okay. Shout out to Master Goku. Okay. Pancho. Okay. Who else we got in the building, man? 15 rounds. Okay. Jamie from New York. Okay. Shout out to Daniel. Okay. The Natural. Okay. Damn it, Coach Ron. Okay. See, one thing about me, I'm not finna play these crackhead games. We know these dudes ain't no, we know how these like we can't control the judges. We can't control that. Shout out to Voracious. Okay. Superman flying through the say today. Okay. Marcus King. Okay. This guy say, I thought Devin wasn't a draw. No, they fighting in Saudi Arabia, fam. They're not fighting over here. They fighting in Saudi Arabia. I don't know if you know that. They fighting in Saudi Arabia. Shout out to Gold Rush. Gold Rush, what's going on, brother? We got Mr. Tomato Can. We got the lovely Miss Connie. We got Tila in the building. Cooking with Sir Senior. Shout out to Curtis Robinson. Shout out to LL. What's going on, baby boy? Who else we got? We got let's see. We got LJ Wright. We got True Culture. Let's see what we got here. Shout out to QAnon. Salute to you, fam. QAnon, I guess QAnon. I don't know. I think that's how to pronounce your name. Shout out to Dr. Paul Evans. The lovely La Jessica. Markevion Black. Salute. Yeah, man. Shout out to who else we got in the building? Let's see who else we got in the building. I'm trying to get everybody, man. Is that Dr. Tony? I think that's Dr. Tony. Look like somebody got sent to the shadow realms. Create another account. I know you will. Let's see. Shout out to who else we got? Shout out to Clifton, Jamie, Donnell Austin. Shout out to OG in the building. H-Town T, salute. See, that's what I look at. I like stylistically, man, how this shit gonna match up? Who got the more skills? I don't know. We're gonna find out. You know, this guy could do this, and this, but he was able to do this, and this against the fighters. So, see, this is the thing, right? This fight gonna answer a lot of questions. It's gonna answer a lot of questions for Devin Haney, and it's gonna answer a lot of questions for Brian Norman. It's gonna answer a lot of questions for both of these guys. Because I got some questions for both of them. We need to see what Dev looked like. When I saw him fight Jose Ramirez, he had the wide. His eyeballs were looking real wide, and he was running around the ring, lateral from left to right. That wasn't no sweet size. We saw sweet size. We know what that is. Don't have me pull out no sweet science fights, because y'all gonna lose that. Y'all gonna lose that argument 7 days a week and twice on Sunday. I don't give a fuck who it is. It could be a boxing channel. It could be a boxing dad. It could be a boxing manager, promoter. Listen, if you want to talk this sweet science shit to me, we can do that 7 days a week, twice on Sunday. We're going to pull up some fights. We going to pull up some sweet science fights and show me, and we're going to pull up some running fights. And I know motherfucking running when I see it. Show me a runner that's compared to some sweet science. That's all I'm saying. I know what the fuck I'm looking at. You know what I mean? Again, shout out to Shakur Stevenson. But goddamn it, I'm gonna tell you, like I said, when Shakur Stevenson, when he fought doggone, what my man name? What the Dominican dude name? What the Dominican dude name he ran from? And he said he went running, and I pulled that motherfucking pitch up. I pulled that pitch up, and he was goddamn it. He was in full stride like this here, looking back like that. Don't have that. I pulled that pitch up. He was in full stride like this, looking back like that. What's the Dominican do? What's the Dominican do? What's the Dominican do? I forgot his name. But y'all know he pulled out of the fight. No, he didn't pull out of the fight. What's the name came in overweight? Yeah, Edgar De Los Santos. That's the name, Edgar De Los Santos. I had a dude call me out. You don't know what you're talking about. I pulled that picture up. He was stuck. Nigga, what's this? Both feet in the air. Both feet was in the air too. So, but I was told that was sweet science. I was told that was sweet. I was told that was the boxing clinic. That's what I was told. I'm like, nah, you ain't gonna piss in my leg and tell me it's raining. So I want to see, but shout out to Shakur. Shout out to Devin Haney, shout out to Brian Norman. I want to see, like I have high expectations for this fight, bro. I have high expectations for Brian Norman Jr. and Devin. I got high expectations for that fight. I really do. I'm looking to be thoroughly entertained. Facts. It is what it is. I'll catch you guys on the next one. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace. I mean that, bro. I'm looking to be thoroughly entertained. We finna find out who's who and what's what.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.